We are live. Welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And this is the Naked Twins Do Hula Hooping on YouTube.
I thought you were going to say this is the Naked Gun 44 and a half. Where's Leslie Nielsen?
I'm going to send this link out to the twatter. Right here, quickie. Right here, quickie. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys having a fun and fancy-free Friday night? We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about tonight. Oh, my God, so much. You won't even believe it. I'll tell you what, Texas Tim. It'll throw you.
Look.
What? I can't see you.
My earbuds came out my face.
We're off to a good start, Jimbo. Woo-wee. Hachi. Let's see. Okay, now I got that. Hibachi grill. Oh, now we got it going. We can see the chat here. I hope you guys are having an awesome Friday. I just had some Olive Garden. Loomis's favorite restaurant.
Very good stuff. Cheap ass meals and shitty waitresses. My favorite.
I actually felt bad for that waitress. It was Dad's birthday, and so yeah, we were. Our family was loud and obnoxious, so I feel really bad for the waitress. She was a pro though. Look at me, pro.
Yeah, I bet she was probably like, I can't wait. Those fuckers better tip me high.
Literally, like we did, because we were hard to deal with. We weren't jerks. We were just loud and obnoxious, and you know.
Yeah, at least you weren't with like those. Like I saw something like, you know, the worst tips waitresses or waiters have ever received or whatever, and they take pictures. This one asshole, like where they wrote tip. I'm just saying, like it kind of looked like something that Donald Trump would leave. Like where it said tip, it was like LOL. And then they walked out. They didn't tip them at all. I was like, what an asshole! But they literally just said LOL. No, I know it just said LOL. Because I guess they thought they were like they got bad service or something. I don't remember, but I was just like, holy shit.
I was a waiter at Logan's Roadhouse, and this couple tipped me once. There was actually a couple girls. There were a couple, and they tipped me, and they wrote on the tip. They were like, the drinks could have come out faster. This could have happened. This could have happened. And they tipped me like 25 cents. And then they put underneath like this big like Christian message, like they put like a psalm from the Bible or whatever. And I was like, that's not like, you know, you're not doing good for the brand there. You know, you can't like put something Jesus-y and then be like, here's 25 cents. Fuck you. You know, that's not how that works.
Pay unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. Like, well, give him my fucking money. You should have done that. You should have done that Justin Long thing and waiting and chased him down the park. I'm like, you know what? Here, I think you need this more than me. I think you should take this back. Justin
Long was a good actor in that scene too, man. He grabbed that dude's ears like, because I think you need this more than I do. And then that music was playing, that like metal music, when he like walked back, and everybody like, oh.
Yeah, that was. I don't blame him though.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, I am feeling a lot better. By the way, I just got over that sickness from that's no joke. That shit was no joke. Like that second shot will kill you. It'll kill an elephant. But I'll tell you what happened though, dude. I swear to God, like when I was laying there and I was like going through all the sicky ickies, I felt like Bill Paxton in Tombstone. He's like, hey, Wyatt, you remember me talking about seeing a? Hold on, I think I froze.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, Wyatt, you remember me talking about seeing a light at the end of the tunnel? In my back, you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, he's like, hey, Wyatt, you remember me seeing a light at the end of the tunnel? He's like, yeah, that ain't true. I don't see a goddamn thing. when Morgan was shot, he's like, they got me, Wyatt. Don't let them get you, brother. You're the one. That's how I felt, dude.
My favorite part about that scene, by the way, is when he's holding the blood. He's like, his brother's dying, and he's like bleeding out all over the pool table. And Kurt Russell was like every dad when he's trying to like get something done in the house, or he's trying to fix the TV so he can watch the game. And like all the kids are running around screaming, and the family's being loud. He's holding it together. He's trying to keep alive, and then the dogs are barking. He literally stops working on him. He's like, "Will you shut them goddamn dogs up?" And then he goes back to it. That shit makes me laugh a whole lot.
Like when they brought that one, his wife in there. He's like, no, God's sake, get her out of here. It's like, don't let her see her dying husband. This is my brother. Also, that Country Road song came in my fucking head when I was laying there. Like, country roads, take me home. It's like, yeah, dude. I was like, oh yeah, that's about West Virginia though. Like, I don't want to go there.
No.
Like, don't let me die. Go to West Virginia into the hills.
I'd have done the Nicolas Cage song from Face Off when he's on his knees and John Travolta's about to shoot him. He's like, "I'm ready for the big ride, baby."
Yeah.
Anthony Stamps, first super chat of the night. Thanks, buddy. He says, "Oh, where'd you go? Oh, I lost you. Oh, what the hell? What's going on? Oh shit, pickles." He says, "I just want to know where you guys got your Halloween 2018 mask from. I want to get one myself for October this year. Ours is a Trick or Treat Studios one." But it was rehauled by a wonderful Academy Award winning man, and that's why it's so fancy in the butt.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I was on the set. Like, it was that's yeah. I grabbed it real quick. I was like walking by as a tourist. I was like, oh, and then I ran with it. No one ever found me, and then I had to go back and get Mike one too, because I had to replace it.
Oh, by the way, your Ant-Man helmet, I believe it is, came in the post.
Yeah, that dude was awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, that dude did a lot of work to that. So we'll do that next time we get together and unbox that. That's some good shit.
Send in a fancy box too.
Yeah.
Mercurio 80 says, "I felt it move." Thanks for noticing, dude. Did you see the? By the way, I'm sorry, I cut off you were saying something. My bad. I cut you off.
I was already done.
You were telling your sight of the sickly.
Huh?
Okay, you were done. You were telling your plight of the sickliness.
I know. I already said it. I just felt like Morgan in Tombstone when he got shot. That's all it was. Like, I was dying. Or Doc Holliday when he's like, "Hey, how you doing, Doc?" He's like, "I'm dying. How are you?"
Well, bye. Yeah. When I had it, dude, the only thing I could think when I was sick after that one day, when I had the chills and stuff like that and the body aches, all I could think to myself was, you know what, I'm sick today and this sucks, but thank God that, because, dude, imagine if you were as sick as you were and then you found out you had COVID and then you knew for a fact that you were going to feel that way for another 2 weeks and it might get worse. Just knowing that it's definitely only going to last a day or two, man, it made me really thankful that I put that magnetic government chip in me.
Yeah, I have been experiencing some magnetism myself, like, lately. Some fucking magneto powers are coming to me, and soon the world is mine.
His dick fell off.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
Mike Productions, thank you very much for the super chat. Says, "Hey, good to see you guys again. I'd love to spend a day with you guys discussing Halloween while drinking a beer. I wonder how Michael's going to fix his damaged hand, burn his wound, or the hospital." That's an interesting point that you bring up, man. My prediction, by the way, just jumping right into the Halloween kill stuff, after watching the trailer way too many times, is that Michael, this is my prediction, again, haven't read the script, won't let anybody who has read the script tell me anything about it, is that Michael gets hurt. He gets apprehended, I think, at some point. That at some point he's going to be laying there on the ground. They're going to have him. The cops are actually going to have him contained, unarmed, on the ground, something like that, bleeding out, maybe after getting shot or something. And they are going to put him in handcuffs. And there's going to be, maybe there's TV cameras around watching him, so they can't just like shoot him in the head or anything. So they're going to have to do the right thing. And if you think about it, even though it's Michael Myers and that sounds stupid, in real life, if this was happening and you apprehended him and he had the injuries that he has, the gunshots, the hand, everything, they would have to take him to a hospital and care for him, right? Before they could take him to jail. So I think what happens is the whole town gets unruly. They're already pissed off. People are dying. Michael gets hurt. He gets apprehended. The cops take him to the hospital to fix him, and the town catches wind of it and they lose their fucking minds, which is what you see in the trailer there, the mob. I think they're mobbing and breaking into that hospital because Michael Myers is in there being cared for and those people want him fucking dead. That's my prediction.
I think there's going to be two scenarios. One, he's going to wind up chopping his fucking hand off and sticking a butcher's knife on it, therefore becoming the Bruce Campbell of Halloween and just stabbing people, saving time that way. Or two, he makes an appointment with the nip tuck dudes and gets that shit fixed. It's just a quick, easy way. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting how they handle that. I don't know. But I don't know. I think that in the ambulance, I'm going to stick by it. I don't think it's Michael. I think it literally is Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it's Laurie. Yeah. Or it could be that they already,
in there.
But yeah, they're not banging on the, or that they just unloaded her, because I would imagine that the town is pissed off at again, Laurie Strode and the whole, like, she wanted him to escape so she could kill him herself. And you got to remember, maybe they overheard her talking to Will Patton's character. Remember in Halloween 2018, she's like, I've always wanted him to escape. And maybe like some townsfolk are like, that bitch wanted him out. Like, she did it.
It's in, or they could go back to some of the previous thoughts that maybe she caused the bus crash, which I think that's been put to bed. But we'll see. We can do a whole video on that though. That's a really interesting topic in my opinion. But thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Jay Cino says, "God damn, just pulled something watching y'all. Love you." Hey man, I pulled something today, just scratching my foot. I pull something all the time, but I think you're talking about your wiener, and that's okay too. I pull mine sometimes.
I pulled mine about 3 or 4 times 5 minutes ago. I mean, it's fine.
It's a rookie numbers. You got to get them numbers up.
You got to stretch it out. Stretch it out.
266 people in here. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us on your Friday night. Edward Santiago, thank you for the super chat. Says, not gonna lie to the Wham fam, I'm drunk as fuck right now.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Can I get a ooh yeah?
Do you want the Macho Man or do you want the Kool-Aid Man? Which one you want? I guess if you're drunk as fuck, you'd be thinking you're gonna burst through a brick wall, oh yeah, beer. But I don't know. I don't know which ooh yeah you want, but oh yeah, have another one. Have another one. Spend them monies.
Hey man, drink some water before you go to bed tonight. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right.
Be a baller. Be a baller for $1.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah. A lot of people asking us about the Sopranos prequel trailer, Many Saints of Newark. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I only watched the first few minutes of it, but it looked badass. Or not the first few seconds. I'll be honest. I saw it and I was like, nope. I didn't want to be spoiled on it.
Yeah. I was gonna try to save it for a trailer reaction. So I didn't watch it. But now that I haven't watched it, I almost may not as well. Unless we'll do a trailer reaction, put it on Patreon or something, because the moment's passed. But
yeah, all I saw was literally where it's zooming in and it's James Gandolfini's son, and you can hear him talking in the background or something, over narrating. I mean, apparently I have high hopes for that. That shit's gonna be fucking dope.
I'm happy.
I know it will be.
Yeah, I'm happy as shit to hear people love it, man, because we're both huge Sopranos fans. Cannot wait to see that, man. And it just as easily could have been dog shit. But apparently it looks pretty awesome, too.
You know what? It would be interesting after this, because I can't remember the showrunner. What's his name? The guy that made
David
Sopranos.
Chase. David Chase, I think.
David Chase, yeah. I think it's David Chase. I know he doesn't want to do any more, he can do prequels with The Sopranos, and that's fine. But if he ever did a TV show, I'd be fine with it if they go in another direction. I mean, obviously, you're not going to do The Sopranos, but those other families, if they do another HBO series with the other family.
Yeah, oh yeah, they could. That'd be a really cool way to stretch it out.
There's plenty of stories out there left.
Yeah, Tommy over in New York.
I'd like to see that.
Joshua Ayers, thanks for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. It says, so ready for this October. Scarefest, Halloween Kills. I'm freaking out here, man. Yeah,
it's going to be a fun time. A lot of shit to pack in.
Whew, this October's going to be nuts.
I mean,
we're trying to put together.
It's going to interfere with my cocaine deals. I mean, for sure. I got to rearrange a lot of stuff. That cocaine get things done.
I gotta go to Bed Bath & Beyond, make a cocaine deal. I don't know if we'll have enough time. Yeah, dude, so fucking stoked for this October. It's gonna be crazy. And Candyman as well. Holy shit biscuits. Mark Downs, thank you, sir. He says, you think we will get some peak at Halloween Ends at the end of Kills? Hashtag Emma for Freddy. Mark really wants Emma Stone to play Freddy Krueger. I don't know where that originated from, but I heard a bunch of people say that. It's a movement of some sort. I don't know. But I don't think that we'll get shit for Ends for a very long time.
No.
Within a year. Within the year.
Emma Stone did for no.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Thank you. That's
gonna be a little. No. Did I tell you about
the Donald Trump? No.
No. Did I tell you about my you're fucking answering to Congress about anything? Like give this long-winded by the accounts too of Attachment B, how do you claim about the thing? No.
That's what I would do. Honestly, if I were in a debate and I had no idea what the fuck I was talking about, what would you do differently in foreign affairs and policy regarding China and Russia and their aggressions in the Pacific? I'd be like, no. They're like, well, can you elaborate, sir? What would you do? I would say no. You would say no to what, sir? I would tell Russia and I would tell China, no. Go back and fix your broken fucking countries. With a small loan of $1 million, you can do it.
Oh shit!
I was watching the roast. By the way, I got Paramount Plus. It's actually really good. Paramount Plus for I got the cheap side of it. It's like $5.99, so you get the ads and
yeah.
It's fine though. It's still fun. It's funny. I just watched the roast of Donald Trump, and dude, he the one liner he came back with when he because the roastee has to get up and do the last little segment and get everybody back. He was like, "Do you know what the difference is between a wet raccoon and my hair?" He goes, "The wet raccoon doesn't have $7 billion in the bank." I was like, "That's true." I was like, "That's not even like you're not even really telling a joke." That's really good. I do. God, I forgot how bad Mike the Situation from the Jersey Shore bombed on that. Oh my God, it was so cringy.
Oh,
Like I've never seen anybody on the roast ever get like booed, and he was getting booed where Jeffrey Ross had to come up and save his ass. Like it was so embarrassing.
A roast of Donald Trump today would be very, and by the way, we'll stop talking about this immediately, I promise, because I know people get upset, but a roast of Donald Trump today would be a whole lot less light, wouldn't it be? Like, hey, do you remember that time that, I'm not even going to say it, but people be like, hey, remember that time that, you stormed the Capitol? Well, hey, bye, peace out.
Well, we're fair and balanced, and I'd make fun of Joe Biden, but he'll be in a nursing home soon, and it doesn't really matter anymore. So he forget what you said 5 seconds anyway. But yeah, it's all jokes, guys. Fucking come on.
They're all politicians.
We vote for Ross Perot
about any of them.
In this house, we respect Ross Perot's name and David Hasselhoff. Shut the fuck up.
That's fucking right. That's fucking right. We'd vote for Arnold, and that's about it.
I'd vote for David Hasselhoff. I'd vote for the Hoff. I would. I probably would.
But one thing you said, Mark Downs, that I wanted to throw by everyone here in the chat. I just want everyone to unsubscribe and delete the channel. So I'll throw this out there. I have a prediction. Or really, it's more of a for the Halloween franchise. It's more of a pitch. I don't actually want this to happen. But imagine, dude. I put this on Twitter a couple days ago. Imagine. So it's the end of Halloween Ends, right? Michael and Laurie facing off one last time. Michael raises his knife to kill her, to end the series. She closes her eyes. The knife's coming down. She's about to get it. Screen goes to black, right? She opens her eyes. You know where she is? She's in the mental asylum at the beginning of Halloween Resurrection, holding the little doll. She's imagined the entire thing, and now all the movies are canon. And at the end of the credit, the movie ends right there. She's in the thing. You're literally in Halloween Resurrection. The movie ends. She imagined all 3 fucking movies because she's a nutball at this point, like she was at the beginning of H8. The credits come up, and at the end of the credits, boom, a surprise trailer for Halloween 9. They pick it up where Michael's eyes open in the morgue at the end of Resurrection.
Mike, this one I thought you couldn't get any dumber. You go do a thing like this and totally don't redeem yourself. Like, no, because the only thing I'd be on board with it if Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends aren't going to be the obvious badass Christopher Nolan trilogy of the Halloween series that we desperately need, and to make that shit a fantasy of some cuckoo McCuckoo in a fucking mental asylum where Busta Rhymes is still fucking alive. Suck a dick, Chachi. I don't want it. Yeah, but I mean, it would be interesting to have it, I suppose. But I thought you were going to say when the screen goes black, you're a and then you have the crossover. She's actually the entire time she's been like Jason Voorhees' mom. And then you pick up the reboot of Friday the 13th. But yeah, I we've mentioned this before. Definitely, that's you need to go back and make a Halloween 9. I think. I mean, you got to make up for that bullshit, that terrible stain on the underpants of society that was Resurrection. You got to go back at some point. And I would rather this just be standalone. Even because Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, Halloween Ends, like I said, it's the Christopher Nolan universe of the Halloween series. If it's a standalone, it has nothing to do with anything else they do in Halloween. I'm completely okay with that. Just like the Nolan trilogy had nothing to do with what they're doing now with DCEU.
Well, I mean,
and fucking things up, Warner Brothers.
Because it's a sequel to the original movie, so it's
it
still has to do with it. But yeah, no,
but it's still. But that's why Halloween is so fun. The Halloween has so many different time frames you can go off of. If you want a jumping point, they can pick wherever they want to go. I mean, the Cult of Thorn is there. Well, whatever. I mean, they can go anywhere they want, but yeah, I definitely think they should go back at some point and fix what they did with Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, and just so you all know, I'm completely joking about wanting that to happen. I don't want that to happen at all. I'd be just as pissed as everybody else, but there would be that little caveat there at the end where it's like, oh, but hey, this sucks that was all a Rob Zombie fever dream, like the beginning of H2. But at the end of the day, I would walk away going, hey. But we're getting Halloween 9 in a couple months, right? That's going to be fucking awesome, right? That would be the only thing, but I don't want that to happen. Cody Buchanan says, so my son and I watched Forever Purge today, and one of the trailers was Halloween Kills. It was so much better on the big screen, LOL. Same, dude. And we're going to review the Forever Purge tonight. I went to see it, and we'll get to that when we get to it. But We'll do the
I was
reviews.
I was feeling too still like weak to go, but I think it was also mentally I was just not ready.
Yeah,
I was just like I'm not gonna sit through that. I'd rather go watch fucking Vin Diesel talk about family for 5 hours.
Have you seen any of the Purge sequels, Jay?
I can. Yeah, I saw. Well, we reviewed that one.
No, I know. My point is just you've already seen this movie too. Then that's all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I know. Well, they added a horse. It's something different. It's something different.
Yeah, but no, I did the same thing, man. I saw the Halloween Kills trailer on the big screen, dude. You got to go to the movies soon just for that. Because on the big screen, oh, titties. It's crazy. Yeah. And I watched this row of people over here to my left when it came on. And I was like half watching the trailer and half watching them because you could tell they had no idea. Like, and it's weird to think about people that are outside of our big Halloween verse we've got here. Over 300 in the chat right now. Thank you all so much. Our little Halloween universe we have. All of us are like, we've seen the trailer 100 times. Like, I saw it the second it came out. I had 27 Instagram messages, you know. It's weird to be a week later, be at the movie theater and see someone's face and they go, and the guy looked at his girlfriend, he like hit her in the shoulder, he's like, fucking look. And like, and when he comes out of that house with the halogen, he flips halo, whatever, he flips halogen. It over. Yeah, he was like pushing his wife. He was like, oh shit. And then like every scene, it was like watching a trailer reaction in person, and it just brought me so much joy. It was really cool to see the whole crowd interact.
That's how I felt when I first saw Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles the first time when he was like, a fellow chucker, eh? Keep practicing. Yeah, dude, that I do like watching other people's reactions. Like I even went through YouTube and I watch like trailer reactions just to see what they do. But then also I kind of get judgy. I get like a judgy bitch sometimes when they're like, they make a joke or they make a comment that has nothing to do with the Halloween trailer as far as like they don't know who he is. I'm like, fucking stupid. I get mad about it. I'm like, you don't even know who the fuck it is. You might as well be like writing lines for that asshole that got Michael Myers confused with Jason that interviewed Jamie Lee Curtis, you stupid asshole.
The Entertainment Tonight.
But but I do like watching genuine people that get excited for it. But then you can also tell the people that are like literally licking any kind of stinky, sweaty taint to get that sweet viewership on YouTube. Ones that are faking all that shit. Woo-wee, you can spot those fuckers a million miles away. You don't even need binoculars.
Pencil Neck, thank you, Pencil Neck, says Michael Myers is better than Freddy and Jason in my opinion. I'm going to carry the two. I'm going to agree with you.
I think that you're in a safe house here, brother. You're in the Hulkamaniac zones. It's weird. I love Halloween. I do. I love Nightmare on Elm Street though. Like that's always been a first love because that's one of the first horror movies I ever watched in my life was Nightmare on Elm Street. So I have a close affinity to Freddy Krueger and I do like that character. But as far as like the most mystique and the one that has this like this forever ending kind of like endearment about him is Michael Myers. I think there's something about Michael Myers. There's something about Mary, which is Michael Myers in this case, that just really draws other like the people to him. I'm also a huge fan of Pinhead, but yeah, you're in the I think that most of our audience are giant Michael Myers fans, so you're okay.
Yeah, like you said, you're in a safe place. Anthony Fitzgerald, thank you very much. Says, hey guys, and by the way, guys, if I sound like shit, I know we were doing the trailer breakdown. Cool.
It's all that cock you smoked.
Yeah, I love it. I love it all day. It's good for your loins.
That cum in your teeth.
Yeah, it's good. It's hard to get out, you know.
I know it really is. It's like Long John Silver sauce.
I noticed when we were doing the trailer reaction, people couldn't see our faces. A couple people were like, they sound so drunk right now, and I was like, man, this is just my voice for like the past like 5 days. I got just fucking sickness running through my body, so I apologize if I'm like I
think it's just because we're alcoholics that I never notice the difference when we are drunk or when we're sick. So I was like, I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about. We sound like church going people. Like I don't know what you mean.
Who says, hey guys, what do you think if the new Halloween timeline recognized Halloween 1 and 2 takes the Halloween 4 route and he wakes up from a coma in 2018? Does that change the direction of the new films?
What do you say? What do you say?
It's kind of confusing, but he says, what do you think if the new Halloween timeline recognized Halloween 1 and 2, takes the Halloween 4 route, and then he wakes up from a coma in 2018? Does that change the direction of the new films? I'm trying to follow, but what I will say
like
about
Charles
that,
Barkley listening to numbers. I have no idea what you're talking about.
What I'll say is this. I'll say that I don't think that they will reference the other films other than the homages that they're doing. I think there's a reason they threw in the Halloween 3 masks. There's a reason they threw in the shotgun shine. Bone shine, shame about it. On under a bad moon. But yeah, I think there's a reason they're doing that because they're not ever going to tie back into that. You're not going to see Damon Hair, none of that stuff. But I think that's why.
I like this guy's enthusiasm. I like his creative, question. But I mean, it's like if Halloween wanted to happen, then how they took the Halloween 4 seed and they stuck it in a dryer and then they washed it for a little while too. And then MacGyver really did disarm bombs one day, and then it became some other sunken ship of Atlantis, and then that came back around, and then one day there was an Egyptian pyramid, but Halloween 2018 it happened too. What do you think happens? I'm like, I don't know.
Aliens.
Yeah, I would just, that's all I'm gonna get your hair all crazy and just be like, aliens did everything. That dude from Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens.
That's what I was saying. Aliens, bro. Skilliam Shatner, what up, dude? Skill Shatner can get it. That's his favorite thing to say, and I appreciate it. He says, happy Friday. First time super chatter, long time shit poster. Been following your content since like 2013. So here's $20. Treat yourself. Treat yourself,
thanks,
bros. Thanks,
you
Skill,
can get
man.
it, bro.
Appreciate that.
You can get it, bro. But now you can't get it, bro. Without that 20, bro.
want
You need that, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And
Thank
we
you,
always
man.
do notice you in the comments, even if you're not super chatting, just like we do all you guys.
I like
much
Skilliam
appreciation to everybody. Marcus Hicks, thanks, man. It says, was the Halloween Kills trailer that played in theaters in front of the Forever Purge the same trailer released online, or did it have new shots? Same exact trailer. At least, unless I'm an idiot and just missed something, it looked like the same exact trailer to me. Again,
according to We Got This Covered, there was actually a totally different one that played in India.
Frankenstein was in it, or is going to be in the next one. Also, Captain America is totally going to be in Halloween Ends from We Got This Covered.
I believe this. Chris Evans needs a job after Captain America.
Anthony Bazzuto, thanks, buddy. He says, gentlemen, happy 4th. Shots of fireball on the house.
Ooh-wee.
Cheers, my friend. Happy 4th of July.
I don't know if I'm going to do the fireball. Happy 4th of July. I don't know if that fireball will fuck your brains up.
Yeah. By the way, for you guys in the top 2 tiers of the Patreon, tomorrow night, don't forget, is the Patreon party where we get wicked nasty. And I just found out that Kate and the girls are going to be staying at her mom's house tomorrow night. So it's going to get loud and very weird.
Do you want me to come over and bring the anal beads?
Bring the Louvre and the
You mean to bring the
loofah.
anal beads and the Randy Jackson tapes? I always feel like every time I hear Randy Jackson, it's like I was at the airport and I had a katana. You're not gonna get Randy Jackson's autograph. Like, why do you have a Randy Jackson autograph on your katana sword? He's like, I was at the airport. That's all I had. You're not gonna not get Randy Jackson's autograph.
Eduardo Santiago, thanks, buddy. He says, I'm still drunk and drinking. Can I get a oh yeah from Slender Man and the good Marky Mark? Let's go.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. All night, breakfast, morning, noon, and night. You gotta get in here and you gotta say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. That second one, I don't know what the fuck that was, but oh yeah.
Dude, your Mark Wahlberg's pretty good. The only Mark Wahlberg I can do at all is the good vibration. He's like, yeah, can you feel it, baby? I can too. feel it.
Wahlberg.
It's like, yeah, that was when he was like, that was terrible. Oh yes, that's it. Like that's all he would do, and he wouldn't even say, "Oh yeah." He'd be like, "Oh yes, here we go, going on the roller coaster this evening. Oh yes, gonna walk through Universal's Halloween night. Oh yes."
I don't know why I do this in my head. Jonathan Mann, thanks, buddy. He says, Mike and Jay horror movie. You guys just go into houses murdering people and then get into y'all's car like nothing happened with Offspring playing. I like it, dude. That is a stone cold idea.
Yeah, we've had that idea. We've had something similar to that idea before. Like as far as like we made a horror movie, like what would we do? It was something like that kind of, but it was revolving around. Anyway, it's gotten so like washed out. I don't think it could ever work today. But that's a great idea you had. Like we would just get the royalties and just have Offspring play the entire album.
Hey, they did Idle Hands, right?
Yeah.
Scary Teller, thanks, buddy. He says, I always thought it'd be cool if after the events of Halloween 1, Hollywood got the rights to the story and part 2 through 6 are movies.
What?
Let me read this again. I always thought that it'd be cool if after the events of Halloween 1, Hollywood got the rights to the story and part 2 through 6 are movies.
Oh, I get what he's saying. Yeah. No, he's trying to do that like it would be like Halloween 2 through 6 didn't really happen in our world. It happened in the movie world. So it's a movie inside of a movie, like Scream 3.
Oh, like if they scripted it that way.
Like,
Yeah,
it-
like
yeah,
they
so,
mixed
like,
it with Scream. Yeah.
So well, that would make sense, I guess, because where Halloween 2018 takes place after Halloween 1. So if in the Halloween universe, as far as the Halloween 2018 universe, holy shit, I'm talking in circles. I've gone cross-eyed. But in the Halloween 2018 universe, if people were going to see Halloween 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, those are events made up by Hollywood, and that's how people know Michael Myers. I mean, you got a shot there, but Christopher Nolan's not directing this fucking movie. That's some that's some interstellar like mind bendy shit.
Yeah, I would like. Man, we said it 100 times. I would love for them to go back to some of the old sequels and pick up from where they left off. I got a bunch of ideas.
Could you imagine? You imagine going to see Halloween Kills though, and seeing on a marquee somewhere, like as the camera pans around, that for a movie theater, it says Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
That'd be a cool idea. It'd be a nice little.
It'd be
touch.
cool, but it'd be
Just
like what the fuck? But I'd be like, I don't know.
Just a little sprinkle on there. That would be neat.
I'd be like eating some chili and be like, how much fucking chili powder did they use? That's kind of heartburn going on a little bit.
Tyler Rumfeld, thanks, buddy. He says, Happy 4th of July. Well, almost. Hope y'all are enjoying the night. Excited to watch tonight. Got my friend Luke here, and Loomis needs to give him a fucking shout out, man. For Luke.
Luke! Stop sucking on titties on foreign planets, trying to get milk out of those tits. Go back and be a goddamn Jedi, you lazy prick. What are you doing over your friend's house watching two assholes on YouTube? You should be training with the Force, you fat ass loser. Go bring yourself back from the dead. Get Ray the fuck out. The last Jedi. More like the last asshole. Shut up.
Mercuro80 says, just watched your interview with Andy Matichak, and I was surprised that she actually watched your reaction videos. Hey, buddy, we're surprised you watch them, okay? But we're real surprised that she watched them.
Yeah, dude, that was yeah. I wasn't awkward. It was a really good. I mean, I thought it was a decent interview, but it was
She's
like
a
one
sweetheart,
of the most
man.
Yeah, she was really nice. It was really nerve-wracking though, because I was like, shit, I don't want to fucking never have you come back again, but you're great. It's like a bunch of nerds. It was like a bunch of nerds for the first time seeing a girl. You're like, oh my god, dude! Like, holy shit, bro! Like, if you're in the comic book store, you're like in the corner, you're like, holy shit, dude, bro! There's a girl that just walked in, bro. Just act like you're doing something cool. Like, I'm gonna act like I'm smoking a cigarette, but it's a candy cigarette. No, she was great.
Yeah, super great, man. Peter Meekin, thank you. Says, hey guys, just want to wish you congratulations on your 1,000 people in your live stream last week. Wish you guys all the best, and you both deserve it. Love you guys. Thanks, Peter, and thank all you guys who showed up for that and for tonight. That was really cool. That's the first time we've ever broke 1,000. We were super fucking pumped about it, especially after all that we went through with the being gone when the trailer came out and trying to get it together and all that stuff. It was a nice little treat, and that little treat was with the nougat was brought from you all, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Marcus Hicks says, have you guys seen Fast and Furious 9? And if so, what were your thoughts on it? I am not going to watch it. I'm done. I watched like 6 or 7, and I fucking hate those movies, man. Like, I hate them. I just don't, it's fucking, I hate them.
I'd rather watch fucking paint dry and listen to Bob Ross. Fuck
just,
that. I can't.
If
No,
I,
dude,
I
I
Vin
can't.
Diesel say family one more time, I'm going to stick my face into a boiling vat of acid.
And, and it's I know there's huge like Fast and Furious fans and stuff, but it's gotten ridiculous, dude. Like it has gotten so insane. Like I would not be surprised if the next Fast and Furious doesn't take place on the newly constructed colony of Mars, and Vin Diesel shows up to save the day somehow or another. Like he gets it up there, like he's driving a Charger and he doesn't even wear a spacesuit. And he's just walking around like, we got family. I don't need air.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Brian Monsione says, I love you guys and your love for the GOAT, Michael Myers. He is a fucking GOAT, man. Thank you. We love you too.
Yep.
No fucking doubt about it. No fucking doubt about it. All right, guys, we are yeah.
But by the way, I do want to. By the way, before we get off, before we get into something else,
promise.
Yes. Craig Phillips can't be here tonight. He's celebrating his 10-year wedding anniversary with his lovely wife Morgan, and he wants to get a shout out from Dr. Chalice and Dr. Loomis. So it's Craig Phillips. He's celebrating his 10-year wedding anniversary with Morgan. I feel like I'm repeating this shit on Family Feud.
I fucking ADD'd out, dude. I was gone. I was somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, but I feel like when you ask a question and you're like, again, we're looking for the answer is what are the top 10 things that you would replace Whoopi with in the bedroom? And
Whoopi. Who fucking says Whoopi? That reminds me from Mallrats.
Hogan
But
on
my mom
video.
used to call it that. Ugh. But okay, so he wants a congratulations from Loomis. And,
Right, his 10-year wedding anniversary with his wife Morgan.
Love Craig Phillips. Okay, all right. You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna go. Yeah, get in there. Yeah, go first.
Is that what you came here for tonight?
Yeah, let me know. Let me know if it's got.
That?
Yeah, I want to see if it's got STDs first. If you immediately break out with a herpes story, I'll know.
All right.
I'm about to stick my dick in there.
Dr. Charles here. You're married 10 years. Congratulations. You know, Craig and Craig's wife, no one cares about the wife's name. Lord knows no one cares. What is my wife's name? Nina.
Child support.
Santa Maria, right? That's her name.
No.
The kids are the kids are the Pinta. Anyways, 10 years, that's great. You should celebrate alone. Not with her. You should go to a doctor's conference in San Francisco and tell your caller Monday. Congratulations. Here's to you. Have a fucking hot dog. All right. All right.
Alrighty. Thank you, drunk Pat Sajak, Craig, and Morgan. Happy decade of standing each other. That's all I can say. I mean, Jesus Christ, Craig. You're probably lucky that she looks at you and she says, I find you attractive, and I'm not going to tell you that I've been cheating on you for 5 years. That happens. What you do is this, Craig. You take her to a nice dinner at Olive Garden. You get her breadsticks. And then you confront her. And you say, you cheated on me! And she said, no, why would I do that? I love your small wiener. You know you got a winner. And that's how you keep it that way. Anyway, I don't really care if you have a good anniversary or not. I don't give a shit if you take her to Pizza Hut, Little Caesars, Burger King, Long John Silver's, Captain D's, or if you eat her out under the bridge at Natural Bridge. Shut up! Anyway, don't waste my time. Have a good decade of standing each other's faces. Fuck off. I got more work to do. Goodbye.
You wanna give her no, I'm not gonna say that.
I'm not gonna give her a goddamn thing except a lesson on don't bother me. Goodbye.
Somebody get me a hot dog.
He wants to stuff his mouth with sausage. Get him a spicy one.
When I'm feeling squirrely, I'll do it.
I know you will. I've seen you do a squirrel.
Hey, in all seriousness, that was a joke.
Oh, yeah. Happy anniversary, man.
Joke. Happy anniversary, guys. 10 years. That's nothing to sniff your nose
10 years,
at.
man. A decade. I couldn't get past 5.
Congrats, guys.
With my ex. That's awesome. And by the way, you know, when we do those characters, some of you might be new. We're not being assholes. These are characters.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to like they just tuned in and like, oh, that's so nice. They're gonna congratulate someone on their 10-year anniversary. They were talking about like she's probably cheating on you and fuck her and all, whatever. And you have a small dick. Like, yeah, fuck these assholes. I'm gonna report them to YouTube.
Edward Santiago says just showing some love. Did you guys see the new He-Man trailer? I did, and again, just like the first He-Man trailer, it looks fucking awesome. This is the story trailer. This is the one that explains the story. No. Fucking looks amazing, dude. I cannot wait to see what they do with that one. And thank you, buddy. Colton Candler says, can my wife Haley get a Loomis shout out? For Haley, I'm gonna get a drink while you do that.
Okay.
Do that.
Hey, Haley. Bop, Haley. I don't give a shit. Bop, bop, bop. Isn't your last name? No, not even your last. Aren't you Eminem's daughter? What the hell are you doing? Your dad's famous. He's a famous rapper. He's an asshole that complains he's got mommy issues, daddy issues, small wiener issues. What are you doing over there? Huh? You should be cleaning out your closet. Anyway, shout out to you. Haley! Is that what you want? Jesus Christ. God damn. What you should be doing is going to the unemployment line and then hearing them shout, Haley, you're next up. Fill out an application.
Get your ass away from that.
Get your ass down there. No, get your ass down there.
And thank you, Matthew Holmes, as well for the sticker. All right, guys, let's get into snooze. I know that some of you guys have been waiting. Sorry that we took long. And if we missed any super chats, as always, I've got a couple that we need to do on the next show as well already. So just email me if we did miss your super chat. We watched the movie 2, the number 2, at gmail.com. At the beginning of the next show, we'll get to all those.
Yeah, we used to have we watched the movie 1, but that got taken down by Facebook too.
Got stolen.
Yeah, we used to have our own Facebook group, guys. It used to be called We Watched the Movie, and then that got taken about Facebook. They also took our email address, and then they fucked us in the ass in the night.
It's true, and that's not to say you can't super chat. I'm just saying that if we miss yours so far, it spins them and gets rid of them real quick, so it's hard to get through to them. But all right, here we fuck go. Let's get into some movie news. I feel like a song should play or something. That's life. Every time you've I don't know the words.
What is that?
This is a song from,
What is that?
Joker.
You're like that one kid that didn't study for the history exam, and she's like, "Who wrote the Gettysburg Address?" You're like, "Maybe my mom."
Eduardo Santiago says, "Well, I'm on my last sip of my drink. Pa to all, and to all good night. Hey, you drink some fucking water, buddy, before you go to sleep tonight. Enjoy your drunkenness. I hope you have a great time.
Don't take Tylenol. I one time did that and almost died.
Yeah, don't take Tylenol.
Do water. Don't do that.
Ibuprofen at best. First story to talk about, a little bit of Scream news to touch on really quick. The Scream movie coming up on January 14th.
Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good music video, I hear. I like Scream the music video.
This tweet came across, and it's very interesting. It says, thinking about Wes Craven telling us Kirby was alive on January 14th, 2012, and how the new Scream movie is coming out January 14th, 2022. Now, I don't think that there is a tie-in between him tweeting that and them deciding I don't think that they decided to release the movie on the anniversary of a tweet from Wes Craven. I think that's a little bit much, but I did not know this, so I thought it was interesting, the fact that Wes Craven at one point says that Kirby is alive. And this is the actual tweet from him. This dude said, "Hey, Wes Craven, is Kirby really dead?" And he responded, this obviously is in 2012. He says, "I don't think so. She was still moving when we cut away from her." So Wes Craven himself.
Wes Craven, little did he know that she was still moving until the big ass Klitschko put his dick in her and she stopped moving for all time. No, Hayden Panettiere is not alive anymore. Okay, if she's riding that horse cock, she is deceased. First off, I don't like Kirby that much. Hayden Panettiere is extremely hot and a very sexy girl, but at the same time, I don't give a shit about Kirby, and I don't care if she's in Scream 5, Scream 8. I just think, okay, if Wes Craven said she's still moving, I'll take the man at his word, but Jesus Christ, I just want her to be gone. Like, gone, get out of here. Get out. Gone. Get.
I liked her. I liked her, so I wouldn't mind if she shows up. But that does lead to some people think she's going to show up and be the killer, and that's why nobody knows she's in the movie. I mean, who knows? No one knows what the fuck they're going to do with this movie. It's going to be wild and out of left field, whatever it is. So I think it's possible. We won't go down that argument again because we've done it 100 times.
No, but you know what? I would side with you on the Matthew Lillard thing if it prevented Kirby from bringing her tired ass back into the fucking show. like
tired,
that's
haggard ass.
But I mean, no, I think she's great. I like Hayden Panettiere. I think she's great. I loved her in that film about where black people and white people can get along on the football field. What was that called? Remember the Titans? She was great in that.
Was she in that movie?
Yeah, she was a little girl.
That's a great fucking movie, by the way.
She was Will Patton's daughter.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that was a great movie. But yeah, as far as like her being the villain in Scream, come on, she's too sweet and she's too cute. Go back to Heroes and go back to that kind of thing. You're not the killer in Scream. Okay, don't you come into this house and act like you can do something around here. Okay, I would literally side with you to bring back a Jigsaw-looking fucking Matthew Lillard over that.
Jay,
I really would.
If nobody knows, Jay really, really fucking hates Scream 4.
I don't like Scream 4 at all.
Well, wakes him up at night.
I mean, what gave it away? Was it my unending enthusiasm? No, yeah, I don't like Scream 4, and I know there are some people that like it. I just don't like Scream 4. I don't think it's as bad as Scream 3, but I still think okay, well, it's not a dingleberry like Scream 3, but it's still a skid mark that you're trying to hide from the wife. So I mean, that's what it is. But either way, but I know there are fans of it, but I just don't like Kirby specifically. I don't. Yeah. I just feel like that, and also it's a logistical thing for me. I always feel like it's weird because you were killing big dudes and moving them around like they weighed like paper weights. Doesn't make any sense. Hayden Panettiere is like the size of, I don't know, Kanye West or something. Like you could put him in your back pocket, or Joe Rogan. He's like 5'6".
Oh dear God.
No, I don't want Joe Rogan to come after me or say, but Joe Rogan's a small little man. But he is. I mean, he's a small little angry person.
It was just out of left field.
No, and I know it could probably kick my ass, but the fact that if you got beat up by a 5'6" dude that knows jujitsu, Like, and you didn't just like
Hey.
kick him.
Look at Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao fuck you up.
Yeah,
And
but
he's a
Manny
little
Pacquiao
dude.
does that in a controlled environment in a ring. But in real life, if I jumped really hard and kicked him, that fucking little fucker's gonna go out. Like, I could probably punt him a little bit.
I would pay to see that.
I'd take a golf club to him. I'd punt him, or I'd fucking swing away.
Hey, I'm
swing
going
away.
golfing. I'm going golfing in the morning. Did you know that about me?
Are you going putt-putting or golfing?
No, I'm going to a real golf course. I'm going to a real life golf course. Going golfing. I'm excited about it.
Azteca 04 says Joe Hogan. So are you talking about Joe Rogan? You don't even know his fucking last name. Joe Hogan knows karate, bro. Joe Hogan may know karate, but Joe Rogan knows jujitsu. And I literally just said he probably kicked my ass in real life, but he's a short little fucker. Like, it's no different.
He probably kicked both of our asses.
Muggsy Bogues and Spud Webb are great basketball players, and it would take us to task on the basketball court, but they're short little fuckers. That's what we're talking about. Let's have fun here, guys. Let's have fun here. Sit down and wipe your tampon off. Let's have fun.
Heath Kofer says, very interested to see how they transition from kills to end based on how brutal and emotional that kills will be. You guys are awesome. Dude, same. By the way, is that a Braves? It looks like a Braves icon. I'm a huge fucking Braves fan. That's awesome. But I think that the transition from kills being fucking in your face and crazy, lots of kills, entertaining to all, to ends. I've said it for a while now that Ends is the movie I'm worried about how well it's going to be received, because I think people are going to expect that Dark Knight to Dark Knight Rises. Not saying there's as big films or whatever. I'm just saying I'm expecting kills to be huge in people's minds. I'm expecting people to love it. And Ends is going to have a big act to follow up on. And I feel like it's going to be more tying up all the emotional angles. And I hope it's not disappointing to people. I hope it's not.
I think someone said it. I think we were reviewing the trailer. I think someone actually said that. I think they said Halloween Ends would be like the Dark Knight Rises, and the fact that it would be more. You're not gonna have as many kills as Halloween Kills is gonna have the maximum number, like just this brutality, like a crazy amount of kills. But then you're gonna have Halloween Ends, where it's gonna have some cool, inventive kills and shit like that. But it's gonna be more of a story-driven type of finale. That we're all expecting. So, and then I don't think we're telling tales outside of school. A lot of people think that Jamie Lee Curtis is gonna die in Halloween Kills. I've heard that a lot. And
hey,
maybe it's
segue. You fucking segueing son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
I didn't even mean to. And by the way, I know that he would kick my ass. Okay, Jesus Christ. I'm not talking about taking Manny Pacquiao on in a fucking fight. Like, he would whip my ass. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, are we still stuck on this shit?
But that's a good segue, dude. The next story that we're going to talk about is going to be Halloween Kills. Before we take a quick break, Matthew Holmes says Scream would be better if they never showed the killers at all. LOL. That's an interesting thought too, because like, I mean, I can't say that it would be, because the reveal of Matthew Lillard and Billy Loomis. I said one character and one actor, but you get who I'm talking about. Skeet Ulrich. That made the movie, that was so amazing. So I can't go all the way with you there. But honestly, I'd have been for that. If from Scream 2 through now, if they never showed the killer at the end of the movie, if they didn't do that reveal, but it was more like other slashers where like a Michael Myers movie, you're not worried about who it is because you know who it is, even though you wouldn't know who it is. If they kept it secret and had this killer or killers, and they kept the mystery alive through multiple films without trying to do the M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end of every single film. Yeah. How interesting. What if they did that with the reboot? What if they don't show you who the killer is at the end of the movie? And then you got to wait for the fucking sequel.
I'd be okay with it. I know it would piss off a lot of people. Yeah. Because they've made it like a tradition in the Scream to show who the killer is at the end of the movie. That blows my
fucking mind, man.
If they had Scream where you didn't find out until the very end, right now, like if Scream 5 was the very end of the Scream franchise, and then it was revealed that Billy Loomis and who's the other? What the fuck was his name in the movie? Matthew Lillard. Stu were the killers the entire time.
Mocker.
Even though they had gone to all these fucking these high school reunions and acted like they don't know who the killer is. That would have been cool. But I guess what Wes was thinking, Wes Craven, I'm not going to call him like I know him and like I go putt-putting with him every weekend, or I did before he passed away. But Wes Craven probably thought Scream 1 was going to be a one-hit wonder. It was going to be one of those movies that were special. It came out in the right time, in the right situation, and that was going to be it. So move on from there. And they didn't, but I think that's why they did it. And honestly, I know you like Scream a lot, okay? So much that your tits lactate at just the mention of Scream.
I could
see it. I could see it right through it.
Come on
over here, honey.
I don't know
Give
if
me
that's
3 days.
lactating milk or if it's the venom from that fucking thing on your shirt. But here's the thing: it spits acid blood. If they had stopped at Scream 1, though, honestly, if they had stopped at Scream 1, would it not be one of the greatest Halloween movies of all time? Or the greatest, not Halloween movies, but the greatest October horror movies of all time?
It would live in infamy, but technically you could say the same thing about Halloween, right? Like,
no,
so I mean, like,
he walked around like he was breathing. He was breathing. Like, even John Carpenter knew, like, hey, this motherfucker is like a special thing. I can't just kill him.
Now, look, for me, the Scream 1's here, and Scream 2 is here. But movies I don't like are here. Yeah. So, like, while Scream to me is, I think people who think Scream 2 is better than Scream 1 are fucking wackadoo. That's crazy, right? But there's a lot of them. And I'm joking. Like, you guys have your opinions. I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I think that's nuts. But Scream 1 is so far and away, way better than all the other movies. But I still, that being said, I still like Scream 2 and 4 quite a bit. But Scream 3 can you know what it can do.
It can go die in a dark hole. But, the thing about, it's weird. Well, Wes Craven was like that, though, man. Wes Craven would make movies that were so solid and so amazing. And I always felt like he wanted to do, and that's also a good thing in a horror director. He just wanted to make a great piece of cinema history and then move on to something else unique and different and original. So he made Nightmare on Elm Street, which was original as fuck, and it was awesome, and it was scary, and it had a unique villain in it. And then he wanted to move on from it, and that's why he didn't have an ending where Freddy survived. Freddy, got his power taken away by her saying, "I don't believe in you, fuck you." And then that was it. I mean, as stupid as that sounds, but that was it. He had no intention of making anything after that, but it's the mega blockbuster franchise that it's become. And if it didn't happen that way, we'd never have any Freddy sequels. But I ask you the same question posed for that. If Nightmare on Elm Street had ended with Nightmare on Elm Street and never again had a sequel to it, good or bad, would you be okay with that?
I think Nightmare... I think the original Nightmare is so far removed from any of its sequels. As much as we love 2, I think the original Nightmare is held I think it already is held in its own regard, separate from any of the sequels. So I think it already has that. I honestly don't think if there were sequels, it would be any more highly regarded than it is because the sequels exist. Yeah. Just because everybody looks at the original movie different than they do the other ones, anyways. There are those who like 3 better, and they like, and there's those like us that love 2. But I still don't think that anybody.
And 3, yeah.
Ice cream sandwiches.
I lost my
thought so bad just now. Anthony Stamp says, "My lovely lady Charlie would like to know if the Slender Man can sing Linkin Park's In the End," and then we'll go into the Halloween Kills news.
Yeah, I'll do that for you. I just want to say really quick before I do that, I think that Nightmare on Elm Street does lend itself for sequels. I felt like that Freddy Krueger character, the specific idea that he's a dream demon, he can live forever. Like that makes sense. The idea with Scream, I felt like it was supposed to be a Hitchcockian tale, like a one-time only, like and I'm sure Alfred Hitchcock thought the same thing with Psycho. It was a one-time tale, and it was supposed to be scary and crazy, and it was supposed to be out there, and it was a whodunit, and once that's over, it's over. So I feel like the Scream movies are unique in the fact that it really could have ended at the first one and be masterful. Like that would be it. And then Freddy Krueger lent itself to sequels just because the character was so like he was immortal. Basically, he was a dream demon. So so
that's a good point too. Like Freddy Krueger really does lend for sequels because he's so unstoppable. You know what I mean?
So I mean, like they didn't really overstep their bounds as far as the dude coming in from the studio. I can't remember his name. Bob Shea coming in and saying, no, we cannot end the movie where it ends it forever.
Yeah. I agree with
that. So Linkin Park In the End
by Slender Man for Charlie, Anthony's lovely lady.
So I'm not gonna do the whole thing because we gotta get to the news, but I will do this for you. And in the end, it doesn't really matter. Me had to fail to lose it all, but in the end, it don't really matter. Me put me face in me. No, that's not how it goes, but I know. Me push as hard as me can go. Fall out these. There's only one thing you should know. I'm not gonna disgrace.
You're not gonna go to the one thing. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, one thing. I don't know why. It don't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. It's on the spam. I don't want to keep disgracing it because he's not around anymore. So, but yeah. I know, and I know there's a lot of newcomers like, what in the fuck is this? Like, they're making fun of Chester, dog.
No, not at all. It's great. The guy that played Cartman just did that entire song on an acoustic guitar, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Trey Parker?
No, the guy that does the voice for Cartman. Just
the other guy.
Evan Haas says, my theory about Halloween Kills is that evil is not a person, it's an obsession, and Laurie will end up to become the one thing that she is trying to kill.
She better not be.
Yeah, I don't want Laurie or Allison. I've heard that opinion a couple times before. I don't want Laurie or Allison to become evil. They're hinting at that sort of in the trailer where Allison's like, fucking do it! Or like she's like sitting in the back. There's that one shot with Lonnie and Cameron, and she's in the back seat, fucking just looking evil as shit. And she cocks the shotgun, and even Tommy's behind her, going, "Fucking this,
take your ass
crazy.
outside."
I got a baseball bat. She's cocking a shotgun. That thing's gonna throw her back 5 feet every time she shoots. I really hope that it doesn't go in that direction. That being said, maybe they go in that direction. It's fucking cool. I don't want to shit on anybody's things without knowing, but yeah, I might secretly deep down inside of my cockle region, I hope it's not going there. I really do. But okay.
By the way, I do want to put it really fast, and let's say a hand of applause here. A hand. Let's give a hand or two for Courtney Reed. He said, "Hey, I applied to the Haddonfield Fire Department and got a call back within the same hour. You fucked.
Yeah.
You fucked. They ain't gonna pay nothing."
Hiring.
Hey, man, I'll bet. Did you fill out the life insurance policy? Because that'd been smart.
Get in there and get you a GOP.
Yeah, they ain't nobody left. You're gonna get a really good job. Yeah, dude. That. Now I'm having a brain fry. I forgot what the last line of questioning and talking that we were having. What'd you say?
That's all right. No, I was gonna segue.
Yeah, about them coming evil. Yeah, they already did that shit with Jamie. Like, I don't want that. If they ever do that again, like that was. And look, we had the guy on, and I know he liked the idea about having Jamie take over as. But come on,
I don't like it. No,
I'll be all right.
This news is a touch old on Halloween Kills, but let's talk about it right quick. Get in you. The sun sucks. Venice.
That does.
The Halloween Kills world premiere has been set. Last year it was at TIFF, slightly not that far before the movie came out. It was at TIFF. I believe it was in October. This year, Halloween Kills will release its world premiere at Venice Film Festival.
Oh.
So, Jay, if you thought that we weren't going to get invited to TIFF in Toronto, you can basically. Hell, they could have done this at Walmart, at our local Walmart in Kentucky, and they still wouldn't have invited me and Jay to go. But what this tells me
that's true
is that you can goddamn guarantee that these two fucking assholes you're watching right now will not be there when it happens, which is disappointing. But
you didn't get your invitation? I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Where was it at, Tiff's? I know her. I knew her from high school. I got an invitation. I'm sorry you didn't.
It says the ceremony will take place on September the 8th. So the news here for everyone else is that September the 8th is when it's going to premiere. So likely you will start seeing reviews unless there's an embargo, which I don't foresee there being one because I think.
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch all these fake fuckers that don't even like it review it. It's going to be the best ever.
Some guys gonna be like.
Because I'm not going to try to start beef because I know how that shit goes. But
there is going to be, dude. There's going to be this fucking guy. Halloween, it strains the tender hard crawl of trauma from a deep back room somewhere, almost with a stiff-like smell. And then at the end, when you feel Laurie's trauma come out of her like a winged demon, you'll know that Michael was only a part of her pathogen to... I can't say any smart words. I'm trying so hard to make this joke work and say smart words, and I can't think. I'll
be your co-host on it.
Just do it for me and let me mime you.
Okay.
Okay? Jay's gonna do the review from someone who's actually gonna be at the Venice Film Festival, and I'm just gonna mime him. Hang on, I gotta zoom in on myself to make this work. I gotta redeem myself from that horrible attempt at a fucking joke I just did. Okay.
No, it was good. I liked it. You took a throw.
Pity.
You took a throw like Chipper Jones at the plate.
Okay. All right.
You got a clock named after you.
Are you ready to do your Halloween review from Venice Film Festival?
Okay. Yes. So I was sitting there watching at the Halloween Film Festival at Venice. And the first thing I thought when I saw Michael Myers pop up on screen is that, wow, the struggle is real. And it's not just the fact that Michael Myers hides behind a mask as we as a society hide behind a mask of shame and no acceptance. Michael Myers hides behind a mask because he secretly and has honestly always wanted to not only braid hair, but to suck a cock. And that's what I was thinking the entire time. These brave men and women have made a movie that is symbolic of the movement to braid hair and suck cock at the same time. And that's what I'm taking back about. The fact that this primordial beast of Michael Myers is doing his best. He's walking through a wall of fire and animosity and oppression to only say to his sister, you will accept me for the William Shatner mask that I wear and for the braid that I want to wear, and I will not be silenced and locked away in an asylum for another 28,000 years. You have no idea of the greatness that this movie represents. And wow, they've really gone on. But of course, I will say, I think it's a little violent. And I think it's pretty obvious that they were trying to get the jollies off with just over and compensating for the small wieners on set. I would give this movie a solid 4. It's not my cup of tea. And I would rather watch Mr. Henry Likes to Suck Cock Part 4 rather than watching this. Thank you so much and goodbye. I fought it.
I did. I tell you, in me panties.
I fought it.
I
but
think I had a croissant.
But that's better than this movie. The stench is better.
Hey Jay, if you thought that we weren't going to get invited before,
well,
we're
yeah,
definitely not going to get invited now.
I know, but I would say the same thing. Fuck it. Because I mean, yeah, fuck it. Because they're not gonna. Yeah, I don't care.
It's not happening anyway.
Well, I mean, I don't want to go to Venice Beach, California, where I have to work out before I go.
It's in Italy, dude. You eat fucking spaghetti.
Well, then, yeah. So okay, well, we should be
I'm not
invited.
gonna go to a plane.
We're fat. Hey, invite us. We'll fucking review your food too. Fat bitches.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was completely impromptu. We did not plan on doing that, so I'm not exactly
By the way,
sure what just
I just
happened.
want to point out, I feel like we need to have like a disclaimer
Sweaty.
before those things anyway. Yeah, I know you got a hot talking about it.
I like that voice you did, baby.
These are fun and jokes. Like they are jokes, just so you know. So don't run off and fucking get mad about it. These are jokes. They're supposed to be funny. And if they're not funny, and they're not funny, but yeah, but I saw some, and the reason why I'm even saying that is because some people get so butthurt on the simplest things. And I'm like, dude, come on, like it's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
Thankfully,
and the fact is, you cannot tell me that the fuckers that review the movies at these like elitist type of like organized events, and I'm not saying that they're all like that, but I'm just saying they have never probably even watched. They've probably watched Halloween when it first came out, when they were still trying to jockey for a fucking either pussy or a dick. Like, they don't give a shit about the movie. They don't care about the franchise. They just care about their name being shown in a newspaper somewhere. That's what they care about. I'm just being honest. Like,
and like you said, I mean, it's not all of them. There's a bunch of people there who like fucking are great. But you're gonna get those couple. You always get those couple when a big movie comes out like this, that they'll try to make it like a crusade against horror movies and how we're all fucking sycophants because we like it. And it's a disgusting. What they'll say is it's
a reflection on society and how far we've fallen as humans.
Well, they'll say that it glorifies violence and shit like that because it's going to be a gory movie and it's going to have a lot.
Yeah,
of
these are the same fuckers
so.
that were marching up and down in Congress about Mortal Kombat being the violence that were causing kids to fucking kill each other. Like, that's literally what
fucking
you're dealing
Tipper
with right
Gores
here.
out there. But I do think that this movie will be overall. I think it'll be reviewed really, really well. And the whole point of that was to say that so you'll start to see reviews possibly after September the 8th is when we'll start to get our first reviews. They will not be from us, more than likely. But the cool thing is Jamie Lee Curtis is going to get a Golden Life Achievement
we are just
Award.
making the case for someone to run with an article. I heard about that. Yeah, that is cool. I froze up. I was gonna
Oh,
say,
okay.
I was like, we are just making the case for salty bitches that didn't get invited to the prom after party. Like they're gonna run a variety magazine, like two popular Halloween personalities on YouTube, salty bitches for not
Hey,
being invited to the
Look,
Venice
they could have that
beach,
fucking thing in
the
Columbus.
Venice Muscle Beach of America.
They could have that thing in Columbus, Ohio, and they still wouldn't be inviting us. It's no problem. But
Yeah, it could be an AutoZone fucking auto show at the parking lot of fucking
they could
Kmart.
yeah, they could be giving out free screener links for Halloween Kills, and they will make sure not to send us one. That's why we're so happy that
They could
many
have a
people-
taping of Jerry Springer across the street and two fucking ugly, fat, white trash assholes fucking in the middle of the street that we wouldn't get invited.
They'll send us a VHS tape, and when we buy VCR and put it into an analog TV, it'll just be the head of the studio at Universal flipping us off.
That's all it would be.
Turning off the tape.
Like, yeah, and then we'd be like, that makes sense.
And we're not again, just to reiterate, we're absolutely not bitching or complaining. We're very lucky in the fact that with people like Christopher Nelson and Andy Madchak come on the show. Jamie Lee Curtis liked one of our Instagram posts and even commented on it. So we're talking about, like, it's a joke.
Yeah,
We're fucking kidding.
It's
But-
hilarious. I mean, I had even if we were like 500 million subscribers, or like, if we were the goddamn, I don't know why, but if there was two popes, like if there was Pope 1 and Pope 2, and we didn't get invited, I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, it's cool, man. I hope the people that get invited have a good time.
But she is going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award while she's there, which is cool for her. That's awesome. And she said about that, she said, let me pull it back up here for you guys so you can see it. She said, it seems impossible to me that I've been in this industry long enough to be receiving a Lifetime Achievement recognition, and to have it happen now with Halloween Kills being particularly meaningful to me. I did find it interesting that, and not to add some bullshit fuel on the fire here, but the fact that she went out of her way to say it's interesting that it's happening now with Halloween Kills being particularly meaningful to me. If you wanted to clickbait, all right, if you wanted to fucking comicbookmovie.com or whatever, not specifically them, I'm not shooting shit, but I'm just saying, if you wanted to clickbait that and you really wanted to deep dive into that, I'd ask this question. If I was the editor at one of these websites that has to put out constant fucking content for whatever's popular, I would be like, dive into that. Because she said specifically Halloween Kills is particularly meaningful to her. Is Lori going to die in this fucking movie? Is this going to be her last performance in a Halloween film in Halloween Kills? Is that what she's saying right now?
Well, look, I mean, the evidence is kind of like, I ain't no detective, but I mean, it's laying right in front of me like a vagina that needs the good fucking.
Whoa, now.
Here's the thing. Well, now look what I'm going to say here and lay it out here, and the truth will set you free. So says Jesus.
Holy hell.
The fact is, she said that, right? You take that into account. You put that in your file and you file it away. Now, on top of that, on our Instagram post, she says, bring back JLC. Woo-wee. Get me some Cracker Barrel. Now, you put that together, she might be telling the truth outside of school, and she's already given away the plot point and the fact that she is dead in this movie.
She telling schools out of school. Is that what you're saying? She's telling tales
She's
out of
telling
school.
tales outside of school. And I ain't talking about she's chasing tail. She's telling tales
Well, I know
outside
that.
of school.
But
Yeah.
did you eat my last corn dog? You fucking didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did not. No, I did not eat it. I had to pay off that last whore that you didn't fucking pay with your last corn dog. Otherwise, she's gonna call the authority.
She does work for corn dogs. It's weird, ain't it?
She's gonna call the law, and they gonna come out and arrest you. And I know you got a warrant.
What kind of woman of the night works for fucking corn dogs, man?
The slutty kind.
I don't even know that's slutty. I think that's just hungry. It's kind of depressing now that we're talking about it.
Well, she been doing it for a while, and she looked like a goddamn cracko. She ain't gonna.
My
anyway,
God,
she ain't getting fed well.
I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah, I am too. I
Anyway.
look at you.
That's the news. Hey, take that for what you will. We're not trying to stoke the fire. I'm just saying, if you wanted to look,
I mean, that's
wanted
true.
to get inside of that, you could.
Yeah,
you could look at
Yeah,
that way.
if you saw that girl and you're like, I don't know if I want to chance the STDs tonight, but you're like, I am horny. Like, you could play with fire there, but
throw your darkness in the ring.
It's interesting, dude. I don't know, it's really interesting, and if it is her last performance in Halloween Kills, if they give her a good send off, I'm all for it. I mean, I just hope that, and I know they're not going to treat her bad like the way they did with Halloween Resurrection. It's not going to be just like, a weird brother sister kiss.
She's gonna lick his fucking face.
Yeah,
She's
goddamn.
gonna stick her finger in his butt and then fall off a mountain.
Was that film? Was that filmed in a small town in Kentucky? Because you don't normally get that kind of shit between a brother and sister. But yeah. Oh shit.
That was my reenactment of H8, by the way. I love you, Mike.
Was it supposed to be the fucking? Was it supposed to be the goddamn bushwhackers from the WWF? They lick each other.
It's
in
just
the
started
face?
one of those Pornhub boards where it's like, I had sex with my stepmother.
He's like, I had sex with my sister, not my sister. But we'll see. I mean, but it is like that's interesting, and I remember when she commented on there, a lot of people. I think one person actually, and then a few people agreed with them that she might have just given herself away. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers played. Give it away now.
I personally, my personal prediction is that she does not die in Halloween Kills. I just want to put that out there. I think she makes it to ends.
She dies she's starting to die at the very end of it, and then she dies completely in the very beginning of Halloween Ends.
I'm not confident in that pick though. I'm not confident in that. I think she might die.
No, dude.
But I think she'll make it to ends. I really do.
Dude, it's like if I were like when Pacquiao was in his prime and I was betting on Manny Pacquiao to win against Ricky Hatton. He's like, yeah, Ricky Hatton seems pretty strong. I was like, no, I'm putting my money on Manny Pacquiao. I'm sorry. I think Manny Pacquiao in this case.
So let's say it right now. Do you think she dies and kills?
100%.
Oh, I think she makes it to ends. Let's see what happens.
I'm going 100%. I think that I do. I think that she makes it to ends in flashbacks. That's what I think. Like maybe flashbacks training her daughter on how to survive the night. Like that's what I think.
I hope not. But
well, I mean, it's not bad if she goes out with a cool ass kick or something.
I'm fine with her dying in Kills. I just don't want to see flashbacks of her training her daughter anymore.
No, but I feel like also the evidence.
We've done that dance and it was good.
If you look at Halloween 2018. For the fact that the ending was changed, where she went all out trying to kill Michael, and they stopped it. They almost were like, we could probably put her in one more movie, and then
Michael runs back over to the tree and hits her in the head, and then runs away.
I was like, I don't know if fans will like that. Maybe we should put her in one more movie and then kind of build up the other characters a little bit.
Yeah. All right, let's finish up the super chats. Take a quick break. When we come back from our break, though, we are going to have reviews for Fear Street 1994. We'll keep them spoiler free. The Forever Purge. We'll keep it spoiler free. We're going to talk about The Exorcist. We're going to talk about the Don't Breathe 2 controversy, and we're going to talk about no, that's all the shit we're going to talk about.
Did he use a dual turkey baser this one?
He's
I didn't even know there was a controversy.
It's 2 guns. Oh yeah, it's crazy, wild, stupid. But before we go, Eric James says, I ghosted a woman last night, and thank you, Eric. He says, I ghosted a woman tonight because I realized last minute it was wham night. I request someone remove their pants. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's gonna get weird. I had to hit her with a Hadouken.
Hadouken!
Yeah. I hope you didn't strike her. All right? No, I'm kidding. We know what you mean.
Yeah.
The Hadouken means it's like the get away from me, bitch. That's actually not what that means at all. I don't know what the Hadouken means.
Hadouken is Street Fighter, man.
It's I know that.
Hadouken.
Hadouken.
Yeah, well, no, you could use. He used Hadouken on her. He's like, Hadouken. I gotta take off my pants and jacket.
You take off your pants and your jacket.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Your priorities are straight.
Speaking of jacking it, dude, did you see the clip of the Clippers? Did you see the clip of the Clippers? The Clippers owner at the game the other night?
No.
All right, so the Clippers owner, you got to watch it, dude. I don't know if any of you guys saw this at the NBA game the other night during the Clippers-Suns game. Suns won, by the way. Woo! But the Clippers owner, he's known for getting crazy in the stands. Like, whenever they do something cool, he's like... he's like losing his goddamn mind and like being an idiot.
He's like Rodney Dangerfield in Ladybugs.
Yeah, dude, he's just going nuts. Like happy. He's a happy dude. He's just like, he's doing like old people stuff like this shit. They zoomed in on him after the Clippers hit a 3, Jay.
He had a booger in his nose?
No, fucking almost. That's weirdly almost spot on as to what happened. But he's got these 2 dudes standing next to him, all right? 2 dudes who are wearing their badges. They probably work with him, whatever, work for him more than likely, and they're younger, which makes it weirder. He leans down, and he grabs their fucking legs, dude. He grabs their legs and starts rubbing their dicks. I mean, he grabs their dicks and he hits he does this first. He goes, ha ha! And he hits him in the leg. And then he turns and he looks at where his hand's going. And then he hits him again. And then he goes back to hit him again. And this time he grabs their legs. And this time he fucking starts to stroke both of their legs. And the dude is like putting his hand on his hand. And this is on live TV. The dude puts his hand on his hand and he's like, get off me, dude. Like, he didn't say it, but he's like, because he was cheering too, but he was like, get off my fucking dick. And he looks over and he reaches around his leg and he grabs what had to be the shaft of his dick or his iPhone, I don't know, and just gives it one more and then he falls down in his chair. It was the fucking weirdest, most open, like, sexual harassment I've ever seen on live television in my fucking life. If this guy's not going to jail, then you need to free Kevin Spacey.
I like it. Just show it. Just show it all. Just show it all. Fuck it. I really wish I wish the people on the soundboard had put wishing well a kiss in town. Wishing well.
I
I don't know that song. Yeah, but that was his goddamn wishbones. He was having, it's like, woo. Oh,
hey,
what's
Eric,
that?
we appreciate you ghosting a lady friend tonight.
Like, what's this?
For us on our account. What is this?
I feel like there's some sort of
organ?
Italian sausage.
Should I? I'm going to taste the mysterious organ.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it is one. Nope, that's a dick.
I need to make sure.
Sir,
yes. Tastes like skin.
Cut the cameras.
Cut
the cameras. I need a more thorough investigation. Take your pants down or you're fired.
Todd Fair says, Martha, one day BVS will be a masterpiece. Hello, we love you, Mike. It will be a masterpiece one day, Todd. That's an absolute fact. I'm glad to see that you've come around. Anthony Stamp says, thanks, Jay. She really loved it. I did too. Also, here's a fun one for you guys. The Cenobites versus Doomslayer and John Wick versus Agent 47. The Cenobites.
Out of all of them?
Yeah, Doomslayer, John Wick, Agent 47, the Cenobites. Well, the Cenobites win.
The Cenobites have to win. I mean, they have like beyond supernatural powers, even though the Doomslayer is literally a badass that took on fucking hell on another planet. But those guys didn't have fucking meat hooks that appear out of darkness from Bill Cosby's release date and snatch you away and add to his victim list.
Yeah.
By the way, do you all see that?
You can't
That's
shoot
crazy.
Cenobites.
You guys see that? That's crazy. Anyway.
What?
That Bill Cosby's getting released.
But
so
Britney
weird.
Spears can't get released from her fucking
it's like somebody picked up like a fucking lamp in the desert and the like end of the lamp was bent and they made a wish that, hey, free Britney, and the lamp was bent like this and it made the wrong one. Like, I saw a meme that was so perfect, it was for the Pawn Stars guys, and like, free Britney's like, best I can do is free Bill Cosby.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like, that's 100%. That's exactly what happened.
Very sad.
It was like a stupid genie. He's like, bang, I'm gonna free him. It's like, oh shit, you said Britney. I thought you said Bill Cosby.
Brennan Miles says, if you can cast any actor to play in a Halloween movie, who would it be? I'm gonna go with
Josh Hartnett.
Josh Hartnett. I'm gonna throw her one. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go with any actor to play. That's a hard fucking.
Any actor to play what?
Any actor to be in a Halloween movie, who would it be? Fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme. The guy deserves it. He deserves it. He needs to be someone should take Jean-Claude Van Damme's acting career fucking seriously. If he could work on he can't be Loomis, but I'd like to see him in the movies. Is that weird?
You know what? I'm gonna go. No,
I didn't expect it.
I'm gonna go with Fat Steven Seagal as Loomis. just for the sheer insanity of it, okay?
Yeah.
If you're gonna go and make Halloween night, make Fat Steven Seagal the new Loomis and have him come in and be like, look, Michael doesn't want to fight anybody, and my training has taught me that you need to approach him like a tiger. And then have him fight.
And he'd be like, no, he will not kill me.
Dude, it's like, and just to have to deal with the fact that Steven Seagal, like on a Michael Myers set, he's like, yeah, well, Michael's gonna take a swing at you. He's like, no, he won't. He's like, well, he's gonna take a swing at you and he's gonna stab. He's like, he doesn't stab me, I stab him.
I can calm the beast.
I want
the beast myself.
Give me Steven Seagal to take on Michael Myers. I would buy that shit more than Busta Rhymes. Give me Steven Seagal to whoop his ass, and I'm like, I'll buy it. He'd be like, I'm just a lowly cook.
Joe Badero says, I think Lori dies at the beginning of Halloween Ends. You may be right on that. That could very much fucking happen. And then technically we would both be right.
That's what I said. I say if she's technically in the end of Halloween Kills, she's dying in Halloween Kills, and then she dies at the very beginning of Halloween
Right.
Ends.
But she's still in Halloween Ends. But I see what you're saying there. I would still lose that bet because you said no. I would win that bet because she would be if she's in. If there's new scenes in Halloween Ends, I win that bet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a small technicality.
It's okay. Yeah,
It is what it is.
Win. Well, I won. You walked in here. You're fired. T. Goslin says, I could be totally wrong, but I think the shot for the trailer, her walking in the hall with the knife, is one of the final shots, setting up the bigger fight
I think so.
in Ends. That
Hey,
could
and
very
you know
much so
what?
be it.
And if you look at that hall, is that hall in the hospital? If they try to do a Halloween 2 throwback where she takes down Michael like in the hospital and she actually ultimately dies in that hospital, it's very poetic. And Michael comes out on top in this one. He comes out on top. He Houdini's himself away, and Laurie Strode burns in the aftermath.
Get you.
Woo-wee.
Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
Now, don't
Hey,
you
guys.
be all. Don't you be out raring me.
I'm
Don't you
gonna
get all
get
so
you. I'm gonna get you.
Stick around. More news and Fear Street, Forever Purge reviews coming up
After-
soon. Don't you fucking go anywhere.
After that, no one's gonna stick around.
You better stick around. I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I'm gonna get you. Ooh, I'm a slithery snake.
You look like that one guy that wants dick real bad.
Looks like. What are you talking about?
I just want it.
Be right back, guys. Got a fresh 200.
Hey, Mike, did you hear about Rob Zombie? Rob Zombie might be directing the Monsters.
I think we should start with that one, Jay. I think we
Yeah.
should. I think that's a good idea.
I felt like when I heard this news, the first thing I said is I felt like Indiana Jones would when he was trying to get the Coronado Cross. He's like, it belongs in a museum. Gosario! I was like, keep it away from it. Don't do it. But then I was thinking about it more, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, because apparently he's a super freak when it comes to the Munsters. Like, he loves it, so.
Yeah. So, and here's the story here. I'll pull it up. The Munsters movie cometh from Rob Zombie and Universal. Now, this is on Movie Web, and this is sort of, I mean, it's more of a rumor than anything else. It's not official yet. But basically, the rumor is Rob Zombie will write and direct. That's a scary thought. The Munsters.
I didn't know he was going to write.
A new movie based on the classic sitcom with Sherry Moon Zombie, of course, playing Lily.
She rode that unicorn all the way to the fucking bank.
Says further report, Rob Zombie has also called upon some of his frequent collaborators to play main roles in the rumored movie. His real-life wife, and consistently, obviously, is Lily Munster, the matriarch of the family, while Lords of Salem and 3 from Hell star Jeff Daniel Phillips will play her husband Herman. Daniel Roebuck and Richard Brake, 2 other actors who also often appear in Zombie's movies, have been cast in undisclosed roles alongside Jorge Garcia and Cassandra Patterson. But it's like, I don't know, like, it comes from Murphy's Multiverse, which I've seen do a couple scoops that have not yet fleshed out. I don't know, but their scoops do get carried, so maybe they have had some stuff pan out. I don't know. It's hard to tell these days with the internet if that's real or not.
I think it's one of those things, like, in one universe, I'm like, yeah, that kind of fucking sucks. But in the other universe, I don't know. I'm kind of caught, like, I don't give a shit. I mean, I don't really care. I don't think it'll be that, but we could be surprised here. I mean, we all, like, I don't think he's going to have Grandpa Munster butt fucking a corpse in the backyard or something and be like, I got to fuck her to get the blood out. You know what I'm saying? And then Herman Munster walks in all fucking drunk off tequila and be like, where's that stupid bitch? I'll skull fuck the shit out you.
That's literally what I was going to say. I'll skull fuck the shit out you.
I don't think it's going to be like that. I mean, and Universal's got to have some kind of confidence in him. And according to one of the things I saw was Howard Stern had said that he knew that Rob Zombie was such a huge freak for the Munsters that he even gave him like some kind of collectible Munster thing. So maybe he has so much respect for it, he's not going to write it like shit. I don't know, but it's so weird, dude. Like, I don't know why I thought of this. I already thought they did a remake of the movie, or they did a remake of the show that was a movie or something. I thought the dude that played. Well, I thought the dude that played Ray Romano's brother in the TV show Everybody Loves Raymond was fucking Herman Munster. Like, I thought that. For some reason I was like, oh yeah, they've already done that before, so they're rebooting it.
Maybe it was,
but
Adam's
that never
family.
happened.
They tried. I don't know. Because
I don't know. That guy looks like the Herman Munster, the guy from Ray Romano's show. But
yeah,
man, I don't know.
Dream you had one night.
Might have been. I was all sweaty and thinking about green Frankenstein cocks, and his face popped up. But yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know, man. As long as he stays the fuck away from Halloween, he can do whatever. He can let his dick fly for as long as he wants. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm not a Munsters guy. I don't know much at all about the Munsters. Full frontal male nudity, which you'll probably get in this film. But
well, here's the thing. They only ran for 2 seasons. It's weird. It's so popular, but they only ran 2 seasons.
Yeah, they brought it back in syndication, and then it got popular. But
yeah,
I think that there's no way in Fucktown from Peyote, Kansas, that Universal would look at Rob Zombie and be like, "Hey, you want to make a fucking standard Rob Zombie film that's like fucking nasty and fat titties and like just lots of beards?
You gotta milk them."
Maybe some rape, because we know you love rape. We love rape too, Rob. It'll be great. Come down to Universal. Take this old classic, like sort of family show. Make it into one of your films. It'll be fucking awesome. Dracula. Hell yeah. That didn't happen. So one of 2 things happened, or one of 3 things happened. 1, it's completely not true. 2, Rob Zombie actually is going to make it one of his type of films, but he's got a fucking amazing idea for it that's going to blow people's dicks off. And he brought that to Universal, and they're like, "That I hate your guts, but that's so fucking good. We're going to do it." Or C, they came to Rob, or Rob came to them, and they decided together, "We're going to make this family friendly, right? We're going to do it. We're going to do it this way, right?" And Rob said, "Absolutely." And they said, "If you don't, we're fucking shutting you down." And he said, "Okay." And they actually mutually agreed that this is going to be Rob's first non-fucked up wild ass in the butthole film, because maybe Rob has secretly been wanting to do a film where he's not like fuck shit, goddamn shit, book it, pew pew. You know what I mean? Right.
I think it's probably. I think you got a blend of. Universal knows they're not going to let Rob Zombie come in and butt fuck one of their beloved franchises like the Munsters. People love the Munsters for a reason. They're not going to let that happen. I mean, Halloween was a different story. Rob Zombie's Halloween, that he had to work within a structure that they gave him. They were like, you can't fucking step over this line now. Okay, I'm gonna give you 1 rape scene, but that's all I give you. That's it. But everything else maintained its thing.
Yeah.
The Munsters themselves. They're a lighthearted family comedy show about the weirdness of a family that moves in, and it's almost a film or a show about accepting of others, despite what they look like. Don't judge a book by its cover. I think that Rob Zombie might go in there with like understanding that. Like, I really don't think they're not going to drop a fucking like movie where it's going to be like it's rated R for extreme violence and vulgarity. Yeah. Even though a lot of people have always had that thought, like, I want to see Mama Munster pop a tit out. She wears those nice little dresses and shit, but I want to suck on him. But no, maybe he keeps it within the vein of what they're going for, with just a new modern take on it, which actually he would be perfect for if he can settle his cock down and not get all offended when people's like, don't put this in there. He's like, I'm gonna put fucking buckets of blood and dicks in it. Just you wait.
I want buckets of dicks.
You know why he gets mad like that? Because he watches shit like assholes like us, and then he gets mad about it. And he's like, now I'm going to make it the worst fucking movie they've ever seen. He gets all like Human Centipede director.
That's what he did with Halloween 2. He literally said, I got fucking pissed. Not literally, but he said basically, I said, I got pissed off at fucking Halloween fans, and I said, fuck it. I'm doing some wild shit. That's what Halloween 2 was. By the way,
I wanted to make this very clear with people, because they always think that we fucking hate Rob Zombie. I don't hate Rob Zombie. What makes me mad is it's like that Varsity Blues thing, and I've said this before. You're the smartest dumb kid I've ever met in my life when the coach is talking to him, because you have such potential to be so much better than you are, but your fucking bullshit gets in your face. You constantly have to cast your wife.
We're back.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Jay.
Hey, look at my hair, dude. It looks like me, myself, and Irene.
Oh, wait. Hang on. I can't see you.
No, yeah.
Go back. I got the screen messed up. Hold up. There we go.
It looks like me, myself, and Irene.
It's because you had your hat on it, like flattened it.
Well, no, I mean, I can't. Well, there's no more spiky right now. I can't do anything with it. It's me, myself, and Irene.
I started using Hims on the back of my hair, getting a little bald spot back there going on, getting a little thinning happening.
Dude, it was funny because I was Cody was over a couple of days ago, and I was sitting here with my hat off, and I was just chilling. I was watching I was playing Fallout 4, and I didn't know anybody was going to come over, so my fat gut was out. I had like one shoe on, like a sock that was pulled halfway down, and like, my jeans barely on, and then my hair like this. He's like, "Oh, did you get a haircut?" I was like, "Yeah, I know, my bangs are fucked up." He's like, "You should just shave it, man."
I think it looks good. I know you hate I saw it the other day. I think it looks good, man. I think you look good.
By the way, I just want to reiterate, and I guess the best description, and this is what I'm going to say. I like Joe Rogan's podcast. I think Joe Rogan is pretty good. I do like Joe Rogan. I really do.
I do too. I enjoy his show.
All I'm gonna say, okay, if you guys, I'm just saying, if he was attacking you, okay, you guys ever seen that YouTube video of the guy that's trying to shoo off the raccoon from his porch, and he shoos it off, and then it stands up on its hind legs and it goes back at him? Like, that's what I feel like Joe Rogan attacking you would look like. And I also feel like, if you ever seen Ernest Scared Stupid, when the troll is attacking him and he just picks it up and its legs are kicking really fast, he's like, oh, isn't he cute? Like, I know that he knows jujitsu and shit, but listen, this motherfucker's punching up forever. Like, the most he could do is punch you in your stomach. But if you pick him up and he's squirming, and you could just throw him like Ultimate Warrior, you could like.
That's my take on Chucky, at least. That's definitely my take on Chucky. I think Joe Rogan would fuck you and I both up.
100%. No, I'm just saying. But people are like, that was the joke. It was like literally a fucking joke.
No, I know.
But some people are like, I'm gonna contact Joe Rogan and let's see you guys at the gym. Joe Rogan. I'm like, no, bro. Because first off, I would never do that.
I don't agree with everything he says. I think sometimes he's just like, hey man, I just smoked a blunt and I think that the government's trying to kill us with Cheetos. Sometimes I'm like, you're being annoying right now. But I like his show overall. I think he's got I think his motivation's really good. I think the way he sees the world is pretty cool sometimes, for sure. I like
my favorite segments on Joe Rogan's are when he explores like the weird paranormal shit, because he seems like he's like, or not just even paranormal, just anything like extraterrestrial. He likes to talk about that kind of shit. Like, that stuff is interesting to me. And I'd rather him do that than, some of the other shit that he does. But yeah, except when he made fun of Tom DeLonge.
I didn't appreciate that. He was a dick.
That was really stupid.
Sure.
Okay.
Carrick74 says, "Can you guys do a review for the Halloween Immortal fan film?" I don't know about it. I don't know what it is. But never say never. I mean, that could happen as well. It seems like those did tail off like that. For a while there, it was like constant Halloween fan films. I'm sure when Kills comes out, that may start again. But anyways, we got to crack the fuck down on this news. We got to crack the fuck down on this news, guys.
Let's get it.
So some other stuff, and it's kind of. I'll walk you through the whole. Did you watch the Don't Breathe 2 trailer?
No. Like I said, I saw that they had one up, but I didn't know there was a controversy around it at all.
Well, long story short, the controversy. There's two controversies. One, it's not a controversy. It's just people being like, "What the fuck?" If you watch the Don't Breathe 2 trailer, I did an article about it on WeWatchTheMovie.com for you guys if you want to check it out. But like, the trailer comes on, and you remember Stephen Lang at the last one. It ends with him chasing Jane Levy's character, and they lead on to believe there's going to be a sequel, and he's going to be the bad guy, and he's going to be following her, trying to kill her, right?
Yeah.
Because he's turkey basting women with cum in his fucking basement. He's a Now, the woman that he was trying to turkey baste in his basement was a woman who killed his daughter in a car crash. So he had her hung up there, and he was trying to force her to give him another daughter. And then when she got killed inadvertently, he captures Jane Levy's character, who was breaking into his house, and he wants to replace her with her. So he tries to turkey baste two women.
This sounds like
a piece of shit. Like, as a human being, I don't care why he's doing it. Anybody who does that's a piece of shit, right?
The girl he's chasing, the twist ending is it's Wyatt Earp, Kurt Russell's daughter, and then he shows up at the end, and then he's gonna bring justice, and he's like, "Please, Wyatt, please don't kill me, Wyatt. You tell him I'm coming, turd." I know he doesn't say turd, but we always like. But yeah, well, I didn't know there was like the controversy though. I had no idea.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. And he was awesome in that movie too, by the way. I love Steve Lang. He's an awesome actor.
He was a great actor.
But the character, obviously, he's a fucking bad guy. Like, he's a bad guy. You watch the trailer, and the trailer comes on, and it looks like Taken 4. He's training some little like 11-year-old, 12-year-old girl in the woods. He's teaching her about like how to use a gun and shit like that. Well, you squeeze the nozzle and then
just
shoots it out.
Just a little bit. You stuff it just right.
Yeah, and you just put it in. No, he's teaching her about the world, and then all of a sudden these dudes show up, and they kidnap her, and he goes all Taken 4, and the trailer leads you to believe that he's like the hero of the movie.
So
now again, I'll get to everything. There's stuff to it. They play it as though he's a good guy, and Jane Levy has nothing to do with it. She's not in the movie. Her character's not in the movie, and then he goes on the attack, and there's like, it seems like there's like. No, it's not a prequel. It seems like there's like 4 dudes or something that shows up, and in the trailer, They show him like feeling the water, and he knows where they are. And in the trailer, it shows him kill like 4 dudes. It seems like the trailer shows him kill everybody it seems like the trailer shows the whole movie. And it also seems like the trailer makes him out to be a badass superhero.
I'm kind of,
hero.
Is that? But you know what? To be honest, like your description of it, I'm kind of into it. Like, I'll be honest, it sounds like a fucking throwback, like early '90s action movie, like that doesn't make any sense. But I'm there for the action.
The problem with it though is that like this guy's supposed to be the good guy. We're supposed to root for this fucking guy.
No, I mean, I know.
That's the whole thing with the trailer.
Is that the
and the fact that the trailer shows that's not the controversy. And the trailer shows like it seems like it shows him kill everybody. So I feel like there's a lot more to it. I feel like they're leading us to believe one thing and it's going to be another. But they were doing some damage control after the trailer came out because people were like, "What the fuck? This guy's supposed to be a good guy? That's disgusting."
Yeah.
Fede Alvarez, who directed the first movie, he's only producing this movie. He came out and he said he was like, I'll show you right here. He tweeted after the people started going crazy about it. He tweeted, "No, he's not the hero on this one. Not even and anti-hero. He's an anti-villain." Which makes no
That's
fucking
like the Punisher.
sense.
That's like the Punisher.
Well, the Punisher's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero, but he's not. But he could be considered a villain by a lot of other heroes.
Right, but it's just to me that makes no fucking sense. That's insane. Like the guy is turkey basting women in his basement. He's not a he's a bad guy.
I mean, he's a disgusting fuck. But I'm just saying, like the description that you were describing to me, I'm like, I gotta be honest. Like I don't mind watching like a blind monk master fucking chase down and whoop some ass, like in a like I don't know a Jason Statham kind of situation.
Yeah. Well, I just think that because what the character's done, it's like.
I wouldn't call it a sequel.
Yeah, it's very odd. But the actual controversy comes from and I've seen people who hated the trailer and I've seen people who liked it. Even if you're not upset about that, which I'm not upset about, I'm not fucking offended about it. I don't give a shit. But I just thought it was weird. I was like, fuck. He should be the bad guy. That's what was scary about the movie. Mm-hmm. But the extra controversy that comes from that was him and the director of this movie were doing an interview about, because Jane Levy, she was the main girl in Evil Dead. She was the main girl in Don't Breathe.
She's good actress,
yeah, she's amazing. But they asked Fede and the director of this new movie why she's not going to be in the movie, and here's what they had to say. Fede said, "Jane is amazing. We've made 2 movies with her and have so much respect for her. I saw her recent work, and I'm so happy that she's having so much success with her TV stuff. I think when I see her there, I see her in her true element where she's truly happy. When I saw her shooting this movie, I did not see her happy. I think that she gives 200% every day, and these movies are really demanding in the way we do them also. So I wouldn't have done that to her. In general, actors going through this that take it seriously go through hell, and she went through hell twice, back to back with Evil Dead and Don't Breathe. By the time of Don't Breathe, it was even harder. Maybe when I called her, she would have said yes. I doubt it, but if she had, I would feel really bad. I wouldn't want to do that to anybody." And then the director comes out, and they asked him, and he says, "I wasn't thinking about that when we came up with the story for this movie. We just thought, what's the sequel we want to do? We came up with a story, and the story didn't call for her character, so that was it." She responds on Twitter by retweeting that interview and saying, "Maybe we should be asking why these films are made in such a way that their directors are averse to having committed actors participate. Anyway, good luck to the new cast. I don't really want to revisit this, but it feels a little funny to have people choosing what the best decision for me is without asking what I think or want." Fede is right, though. I would not have wanted to do Don't Breathe 2, but not because I'm too committed of an actor, LOL. So there's some shots being fired left and right, up and down. And it's
I don't, well, here's the thing. Maybe we don't know, like, I mean, we don't know what the relationship was like on set, but maybe they didn't get along. I mean, maybe that was part of it. And maybe he was asking her to do things that she wasn't comfortable with doing. But I don't know. I mean, it is a strange take. I mean, I don't know. She's a great actress, and to not have her included in the film, especially as a sequel to the movie, is kind of weird. But also, maybe they were just like, man, the character. What's the actor's name that plays the Ike? What's his fucking name? The actor.
Stephen Lang.
Stephen Lang is such a great actor. Maybe he was like, you know what? I want to make him a hero. He's like, I don't want him to be the bad guy. And if I bring her back, then he has to be the bad guy if she's in the movie. So maybe he was just trying to figure out a way to say it without being like, well, I kind of want to take this movie in a different direction because I watched it and I like Stephen Lang and I want him to be the hero of the movie. I don't know. But it's weird. I get the controversy. I get it. But at the same time, he's not lying. I mean, she's doing well for herself.
Right.
I mean, you know what? And the fact that she says, I probably wouldn't want to do it.
Right.
But
Now,
not
see,
because of the reasons that you listed.
I agree with that in a sense too, because it's like, I mean, I was kind of shocked because it was like, to me, it seemed like he was saying a lot of nice things about her, but it did feel kind of weird that he was like all like,
it's a weird,
she was
just
having
a weird
fun.
take.
She hate, it's a very weird take and it feels weird.
Like,
and
it's like
said,
if you and I had somebody helping us film something and we could just tell they fucking hated it every single second, like every single second helping us do it, and be like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have them back. And then they'd be like, well, I don't even want to go to your stupid ass party because you all both smell like asshole.
And
it's like, okay.
Zachary Bloom had it right. He said maybe she complained a lot on set too. Like, that's one of those things. Like, he clearly came out and said, like, hey, she wasn't having fun. I didn't want to put her through that again because clearly this was too much for her. Was it passive aggressive? I don't know. But to me, if I was an actor, just like face value, and I read someone saying that, I'd be like, well, they're being pretty nice. So I was shocked that she was upset about it. Fede Alvarez did come out and explain his sentiment about being an anti-villain, by the way. And to me, and again, the Jane Levy thing, obviously something's going on there that we don't know about. So I won't even comment on my opinion on that because I don't really know. It all seems very weird and like there's something else actually going on. But he came out, as far as the trailer goes in the movie, I'm like, there's got to be a twist we don't know about here. There's got to be something.
But
he came
out,
out,
man.
Yeah, he said anti-villain. It's a screenwriting term to describe a villain that's convinced he's not one. But we agree he definitely is.
Yeah.
So, but that almost kind of feels like damage control to me when you look at this article from before the trailer released, where he says, the true protagonist of this movie is the girl, Alvarez explains. The blind man is more sympathetic this time around, but you'll never get inside his head. The point of view is never his. We always see him from someone else's perspective. It says the clips shown to critics confirm this. While you end up rooting for Norman, again, right there, while you end up rooting for Norman, the scenes are still shot from the invader's perspective, preserving his mystique. He's like a shadow character, Alvarez says. You might not be sure if you know the role he's going to play in this one or if his actions are for good reasons or for bad reasons. So for me, after reading that, to me, him coming out and saying, no, he's not a hero. He's not a hero. He's an anti-villain. It seems a little backtracking to me. He's like, oh shit, I didn't think people were going to be so pissed about this, that we made a turkey-based and sexual assaulter fucking hero in a movie. To me, it seems like backtracking. I don't, just personally, just one guy's take, I'm way less interested in Don't Breathe 2 after watching that fucking trailer than I was when I heard that they were doing it. That's just me though.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I have no idea, but I mean, there have been movies that have come out before where you're probably not supposed to root for the bad guy. And don't get me wrong, and Don't Breathe 1, he's a piece of shit. I mean, there's no doubt, like he's nasty as fuck, and you don't want to root for the guy. But in Don't Breathe 2, if he's some kind of anti-villain, anti-hero, maybe they're just saying like, there's a lot of movies that come out like, and again, I'm not trying to say that this like you should do that, but I'm just saying like if you look at Joker, right? You look at Joker. Mm-hmm. Joker is a psychopathic, murderous monster that, in a lot of ways, people acted like he was an anti-hero. They, Joaquin Phoenix was amazing in that performance, and that script was written so well. When you watch it, as you can have two different camps. He's an absolute monster. He's an absolute psychopath that is doing this to get his own jollies off, his Jimmy Jollies.
Yeah.
Or he's a hero that is standing up for mental illness and he's trying to shake the system to get that attention that's so desperately needed.
And obviously it's somewhere
and you
in
shouldn't be rooting for him. Yeah. And Don't Breathe too. And the thing is, and again, I've not watched the trailer, so I have no idea. What I remember about Don't Breathe is Don't Breathe was a very simple story about a creeper that turkey-based a fucking girl with sperm. Like, that's nasty as fuck. Was this Harvey Weinstein's Island? What the shit was this? Like, it was gross as fuck. So it's hard for me to watch a trailer and be like, all right, well, now this is a hero. So I get what you're saying at the same time. It's hard for me to reconcile those feelings and be like, now he's a fucking hero. But I don't know. I feel like these guys are like, you know what, maybe because like Stephen Lang is such a great character actor, and that character is so divisive, I suppose, on how you feel about him, that they wanted to do something more with him. But it's almost kind of like It's kind of like Jason. And trust me, hold on to this boat railing with me. Okay, I'm gonna get us over on the rocky waters. But what I say about this is because if you look at Jason, and Mike and I have talked about this before in Takes Manhattan, there was a lot of people that said Jason was a hero in that movie because he killed rapists. Yeah, he did. Was that because he intentionally sought out the rapists, or they were just in his way to kill his victims? I mean, that's the point. I mean, Jason's a fucking murderer. Jason's a piece of shit, deformed, nasty ass murderer from a camp. He smells like butthole and used tampons, but everybody praised him in Jason Takes Manhattan because he killed some rapists.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yes, good for him. Yes, that Jason's our hero. I mean, it's almost kind of the same thing, though. If you look at,
but then again, that was one quick scene in the movie. It's like, oh, hey, look at this guy.
But you
had your heroes though, like you had your like not heroes, but you had your good guys, and then Jason was the bad guy. But in the middle of that journey, for a second, Jason stops a rape. They didn't make the whole movie about Jason stopping rapes left and right, and we don't know that they're going to do that with Don't Breathe 2. But it's
all I'm
interesting.
saying is like, but yeah, it was an interesting, like who do you root for in this? I mean, and of course, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna do a Don't Breathe Part 2, I would have just continued the original formula. If the girl didn't want to be involved in it, fine. I would have got someone else, but I would have continued because Stephen Lang is a great actor either way. It doesn't matter. He could be a hero or a villain, but I think he's shown in that movie specifically, Don't Breathe, as the villain, and he was one of those guys. Like, listen, Robert Englund was awesome as Freddy Krueger. But he was portraying a disgusting ass fucking pedophile. But people were like, I want to see, like, keep the evil flowing.
What if fucking Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was Freddy going out and like, they stole Freddy's favorite dream child, and now he's got to get her back. And Freddy's like killing fucking bad guys, and you're like, what the fuck? But I do see what you're saying. You make a really good point with the Joker thing, as far as that goes. So it's interesting. Check out the trailer for yourselves, guys.
I have to watch it.
I'm saying, I think you said it yourself the best. If the movie was in my hands, I think it would have been way more interesting to me had his character, who was, you thought he was semi a good guy until you saw him turkey basting in the basement on the streets of Cyan. You thought he was a good guy, and then you find out he's been doing some fucked up shit, but he's also fucked up in the head.
And a tussy baser gets you.
I thought it would be way more interesting into the next movie to lean into him being a bad guy and being like, you know what, he was doing it for what he thought were right reasons at first, even though it was fucked up. But now that these people invaded his territory, now he's just a sick fuck, and he's going, you know what, I tried to be good. The whole I tried to be good. I tried to just avenge my daughter's death. I tried to do this, and now I'm off the hinges, fucking scary, crazy bad guy, and I have nothing for. I want to turkey baste the entire goddamn continent. Like, that would have been scarier to me than that would have been a better movie to me than, hey, let's make him fucking Liam Neeson and Taken.
That's all I'm saying. Empire State Building sized fucking turkey baster, and he's just gonna pour it on the world. And again, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I mean, Stephen Lang, again, he was really going after the role of Cable. He wanted to be Cable before they settled on,
and it would have been good,
on James Brolin. He wanted to be him. And he's got like an inner or an innate goodness about him. I mean, I don't know. Stephen Lang just looks like an action hero.
Complicated fella.
But
looks like a complicated fella.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
way.
you don't. Yeah, he kind of looks like a prison barber. You don't know if he's going to give you a good haircut or a bad one.
That's true.
But at the same time, I think but I think that they were like thinking, hey man, maybe we can reinvent him and make him. But you can't do that in the sequel. Like in the direct sequel to the first movie, where he's obviously a pervert and a nasty motherfucker. Like, maybe eventually, if you get to like Don't Breathe Part 4, Keep Breathing, maybe he can like have a point where he reinvents himself. Fuck it, I don't know, but yeah, I just feel like it was bad timing, and the fact that they went after the main actress, and I know what he was getting at, and he was complimenting her. I mean, he wasn't being mean. He was probably just talking about the fact that it was probably a very uncomfortable role to play, specifically coming on the heels of an Evil Dead movie that was also very violent and very graphic. I just don't think that works for you. I feel like I don't really know where just make the fucking guy a nasty pervert guy again and just go from there. But then again, maybe they were like, well, the fact that in the first Don't Breathe he wanted to have a kid. I mean, and like he wasn't terrible to children. and he was like, well, he got what he wanted, and now he's out in the woods and he's trying to live his own life and trying to raise this.
Yeah, but where'd
kid.
that fucking kid come from? Where'd that
I don't know.
fucking 11-year-old he's got come from? How'd he get hurt?
And you know what I think they might do? They might fucking say that he stole him from an abusive house to make him even more of a hero.
I don't know. Yeah, who knows what'll happen there? And again, like,
I mean, I'm just saying, like, yeah.
And just to put a kebab on this whole thing, all I'm saying from the trailer, not offended, whatever. It's not an upset thing, and the movie could be completely different than what the trailer led on. It could be, the old dick twist. That could be what it is. But
Grab his dick and twist it.
When you told me Don't Breathe 2 was coming out, I was a lot more excited than I was after I watched this fucking trailer for a myriad of reasons. But we'll still watch it and see what's going on there. Demons 14.
But I will say, well, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say. All I was gonna say was like, I also don't think it needed a sequel.
Probably didn't, unless they were going to continue that trajectory. That would
be the only reason.
Yeah, I agree. And by the way, I'm just now seeing all the comments saying he explained it in the next tweet, Mike. He explained it in the next tweet when Annabelle.
What did he say?
I bet y'all didn't know that I was going to read that tweet, did you? I did.
Dumb shits.
Just hold
Get
on.
in school.
Hold on to one
That's
more
just
day. No, I'm just fucking around, guys. Just kidding. Demons14 says, Wham! Friday Night Fights idea. Pick the top 4 movies of each franchise: Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and see who comes out on top 4 rounds.
That'd be
We
a good
kind
one.
of did that. We kind of did that in a way. We did Jason. We did like multiple variations of that. But
you know what? You know what we haven't done though? Pick the worst movie of the franchises and put them against each other. What's the worst movie sequel of all the franchises? Who's the number one? Let's get dirty. Let's get STDs.
Idea. That's a good idea. Josh,
you have. Says, I mean, if you had, just really quick, what would you be your like Jason movie? The worst Jason movie. Mm-hmm. Some people would say Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Takes Manhattan.
I goes to Hell versus H2 or Resurrection.
Or Resurrection,
shit like that.
It's fun.
That's a good idea.
That's a fun one.
It's like the Razzies. Joshy Russell says in the trailer, one of the guys shouts, "He's not telling you the whole truth. Will you tell her or should I?" I guess there's going to be a twist talking about Don't Breathe 2. Yes, that is one thing there, and it's like, wait a minute, that is a huge point in the trailer. It's like, well, what's going on here? But also, it seems like he kills all those guys in the trailer, so it's weird. I don't know, man, but I'm with you, Joshy. Austin says, have you seen Joe Bob's Halloween Hootenanny on Shudder? He shows the original 4 and 5. Oh, also, I'm in it. I come in at 4 during the break. I'll watch it just for you, Austin. Fucking love you, man.
Badass, man. I've never watched the Hootenannies, but my girlfriend is obsessed with it. I'm like, aren't you supposed to be subscribed to our channel, you fucking traitor?
We stream on Friday nights. What?
I know.
What is this? But no,
she has that shit on repeat. I was like, God damn. I was like, we must suck. Which we do compared to him. He's a legend.
All right, we got to supercharge this next story and just cover it real fast, real nice and
quick
like. First, Gary McDonald, thank you, buddy. He says, hi, guys from Ireland. Big fan of you, but I don't get to see you live too much due to the time difference. It's 3:50 in the morning over there right now. Hey, Gary's fucking partying. Hey, Gary,
hey, man.
This might be the only time. Let's have a drink for Gary.
Ireland, let's go lick them golden balls. That was a terrible Irish accent.
It was not good, my friend.
In Ireland, if I came over there to hang out with you, when you get off the airplane, do they just give out Irish Spring?
I've heard that Americans should not go to Ireland. We are not welcome. They don't like us. You walk into a bar in Ireland, they will fucking give you really stinky faces.
I can wear dresses.
I totally forgot. Real quick story.
Kilts. Is that Scottish? That's Scottish. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
When we were on vacation, by the way, we went to this like seafood sports bar because like there was everywhere we went on vacation. There was an hour and a half wait. We went to this place. Maybe sketchy, we don't know, but we just wanted to eat. We were hungry. We go in. This little cute 10-year-old kid is standing there. His mom's putting the other kid in the car, and he's standing outside the car. We're walking inside, and I look over at him, and this fucking kid, dude, he looks at me, and he's like,
was he Irish?
No.
Do you want to box
just
you?
like, he was in the middle of the street. He was just like, and I looked at him and just to fuck with him, I was like, hey, you mean mugging me, bro? And like, just like friendly. I was like, you mean mugging me, bro? And I was like laughing. And dude, he did not break. This kid did not fucking break. He just stood there and like, and I was like, you mean mugging me? He was like, and I was like, I'm just kidding, dude. It's okay. And he was like, and I looked at MJ. I was like, what the fuck? Did you see that? And she's like, yeah. And then I turn around. I'm 10 feet over and I turn around and the kid is 10 feet behind me. His mom is like get in the car, or whatever. And he's like, he did not fucking take his gaze off me.
You should have stopped what you were doing. You should have stopped what you were doing and stared at him like you were Michael Myers. Just never broke eye contact and just done like this and this now and again. And then as he was walking, just maintain that eye contact. Like it was the first time you were in the prison shower together. Like, I'm not going to drop the soap, and I know you want me to, but I'm not.
I've never seen anything like it. And it was so funny because I thought they were leaving, dude. But then we go inside. There's a 20-minute wait. So we sit there outside, and the kid fucking walks by me, and his mom walks by, and he's still looking at me at the corner of his fucking eye. And he walks up to his dad on the other side. And his dad is fucking huge, dude. His dad is fucking big, tattooed, and ready to fucking go.
Bam, bam,
you know what I
Bigelow.
mean? Yeah, and he's like talking to his dad, and I in my mind, he's telling his dad, he's like, that motherfucker right there just trying to fight me in the parking lot. And I literally, dude, as soon as I saw him walking to his dad, and his dad look at me, I did this shit. I went. I just turned my fucking back, and I was like, Ellie, come here, sit in my lap.
Use your child.
The
shield.
You want to hit a guy with kids, right, bro?
Hey, you made your kid like an infinity gem to guard you against your downfall. I love it. I would have done the same thing, dude. I would have done one of two things, and I can't say the second thing because I don't want to be like too offensive, but I would have done the first thing for sure. If someone looked at me like that, and their dad, if they would be telling their dad, be like, that man tried to take me into the bathroom and take pictures of my pee-pee. I would have done this. I'd be like, oh, children of the starvation, I come. It's like that man's like the one that's passing out free treats to the homeless.
Shameless, dude.
That's
it was scary.
That's a bad situation because especially if the guy looked like Joe Rogan, you'd have no problem.
The guy could have beat my ass like
if the guy looked like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah, he could have taken out a switchblade and just stabbed me to death in the streets and then just told people that like I assaulted his kid or something. When all I was trying to do was make the kid fucking laugh because he was mean mugging me. I was like, you got a problem, bro? And I smiled at him. But the kid did not get my joke. So basically I got punked out by a 10-year-old on vacation.
Yeah, his dad might have been Juggernaut from X-Men Last Stand. He's like, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch! And like burst through the fucking wall. Like, oh shit.
My fucking
I'll
anxiety.
suck your dick not to beat me up in front of my family.
But anyway, real quick, this last news story before we get into the two reviews for the night. The Exorcist sequel will be like 2018's Halloween reboot. So we all knew that David Gordon Green was going to direct another Exorcist movie through Blumhouse. But the story here is that Jason Blum put out a comment on it, and what he said was kind of interesting. He said, it's going to be like David's Halloween sequel, Blum says. I think it's going to pleasantly surprise all the skeptics out there. We had a lot of skeptics about Halloween, and David turned them around. And I think he's going to turn it around with The Exorcist. Blum also maintains that he doesn't find the prospect of creating a new sequel to what is widely considered the greatest horror movie of all time to be daunting. Yeah. I love to do these kinds of movies because people are very emotional about it, he says. I think it's a high bar, and it's a challenge to do the movie. Remember, most of the audience coming to this, 95% of the audience who will, if we do our job right, come to see this movie will have not seen the first Exorcist or even heard of it. He continues, I want to make a movie that works for both audiences. I want to make a movie for people that know and love the first Exorcist movie and are furious that we're doing this, but somehow drag themselves to the theater. I want them to come out happy, and I want to make a movie that people who've never heard of The Exorcist really enjoy. I think David did that with Halloween, and I think he'll do that with The Exorcist also.
Well, that's really sweet. And I really like that Jason Blum is defending the decision to remake The Exorcist. But what the fuck you talking about, Willis? Listen, I don't agree at all with what he said as far as like, oh, there was skepticism involved with David Gordon Green taking over Halloween. Did you watch fucking Resurrection when Buster Rhymes karate kicked fucking Michael Myers back to his the first movie? You could have given that fucking movie to Ron Jeremy as a director, and he could have done a better job with what they did with Resurrection.
Well, the last Exorcist thing they put out wasn't great either.
No, but The Exorcist, the first one, is a masterpiece. It literally does not need a remake at all. And I'm going to go on record and say that. And yes, it could be fire with what they're going to do with Blumhouse, and I hope it is. But literally, Halloween was in need of
It's a
of some.
sequel, by the way, not a remake. I
Oh,
just
I
want
thought
to
it was
point
a
that out.
remake.
It's
Well,
a
then I'm fine
sequel.
with it. Okay, then suck a dick, suck my own dick. I'm sorry. I thought it was a remake. Okay, well
At
I
least
don't
that's
give
the
a
way they
shit.
paint it here. They say it's a sequel. In this article, they say
Okay,
it's a
well,
sequel.
if it's a sequel, then you have my blessings. I thought they were trying to remake the classic.
Well, it says that although he doesn't say directly that Green's film will disregard the 4 other films in the TV series that came in the original, The Exorcist, in the original The Exorcist Wake, Blum hints that it will be far removed from those entries. So we don't really know, but it's not.
Well, if
a
it's
remake.
a remake, listen. Okay, if you play the game with the remake, it's gonna be fucking stupid. The first one, and I'm sorry, and I'm not saying that it can't be great, but I feel like, in my personal opinion, the original Exorcist was perfectly shot. It was perfectly cast. It's one of the scariest, maybe for it. Well, actually, in my opinion, and I think Mike
Scariest
has said
movie of
this
all time
before,
for me,
the
dude.
scariest movie of all time. And not only is it like the scariest movie, it's perfectly shot. It's perfectly cast. It's perfectly acted. You cannot recreate. It's already perfect, bitch. This is a great sub sandwich. This is great. You can't go back and recreate that. But if you're gonna do a sequel to it and try to remake the bullshit Exorcist 2, I'm all on board, because the Exorcist 2 was fucking literally watching Bob Ross paint or some shit. It was boring as fuck. It was terrible. But and like I just don't like, when he was talking about the doubters with Halloween, like I said, nobody doubted that. They
Not us, but
when
like
they
a
said
lot of
they were
people did.
when the rumors popped up, well, kind of, but when the rumors popped up that they were going to sever the relationship between Michael, or the potential between Michael and Lori,
and bring
that's where the
JLC
controversy
back.
happened. But I don't think anybody was like saying, "Oh, you're not going to be able to do a good." Anybody could do a better job than Resurrection. Like, that was the last movie. That was the last cum that people swallowed before they got to this new remake. So I'm sorry, Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 was the last one. But either way, I don't know. I feel like if you remake The Exorcist, man, you better come out fucking like, it's got to be better than Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends combined. It's got to be the best fucking movie Blumhouse has ever done. Period.
And I agree with you. A remake is completely different from a sequel. When the news originally came out, we all felt remake, reboot. This feels different. Whether they do a sequel or they just do a different not haunting, but a different demon invasion.
Right.
If they do that, then that's very interesting to me. I like that a lot better than the idea of a remake or anything like that. So that's an important point to mention. And also, I do think that what's interesting to me about all this, I'm all for it. I want to see it. I want to see what happens with it. He did a great job with 2018, and I think Halloween Kills is going to rock people's fucking mouths off. But my question, and it's not that I'm doubting him, it's that I'm interested to see. Halloween is a slasher franchise, right?
Right.
You're gonna have a hard time selling me on the fact that you're gonna make it scary again. I never believed when they all came out and said, "Oh, Halloween 2018 is frightening. It is so scary." I never believed I was gonna be scared by it. I just wanted it to be a good Michael Myers film. The daunting task for me, for David Gordon Green, is, okay, you made a successful slasher movie, and what I hope and think will be 3 successful slasher films, a trilogy of 3 successful slasher films. My question is, making a slasher film that's entertaining, that is violent, that is got the really good story and aura of Halloween, can you make a scary movie? Can you make a movie that will actually make people fucking frightened in the theater? Not like entertained and holy shit, that was gnarly, but like, oh my fucking God, I'm so scared right now. 2 totally different things. So it's going to be really interesting. He can't go at Exorcist like he went after Halloween. It's a totally different project. It's a different idea. You got to scare people with Exorcist. There's no fucking Michael Myers. We don't see Captain Howdy, but that's all I have to say.
Well, I just feel like The Exorcist is fine. Like, I don't, like, again, I really don't feel that it needs to be remade. I really don't feel like that film needs to be fucking touched. And I would say the same thing Back to the Future. And I would say the same thing to, like, like the original Indiana Jones. I would say this to, like, or the original Star Wars. I would say this to the classic fucking films. They don't need to be touched at all. And this is one of those cases. Now, I'm not saying that they can't make a good movie out of it, but, well, here's the thing. We've talked about this before. The Conjuring, Insidious, Are you just gonna like inject this shit with the same kind of formula that those movies have made, and or they have done, and give us like a generic fucking haunted house story? Listen, The Exorcist worked because it came out at the right time. And again, I will say this to the grave: it was cast perfectly. It was fucking written perfectly. It's one of the greatest movies, period. And I'm not talking about just because it's a horror movie. I'm talking about one of the greatest movies ever made. Yeah. It was one of those movies. It just flowed together. It was scary. It was intriguing. It was mysterious. And it really got everything A, B, C, D, E, all the way up to Z perfect. So I don't feel, I mean, I almost feel like you're just doing it to like, well, it's a hot topic.
I don't know. I see what you're saying, but also at the end of the day,
it's a hot popular item.
Hot pocket. But at the end of the day, someone says, "Hey, we're making an Exorcist movie." I'll go. I don't know if it'll be good, but I can't wait to see you try. And that's how I feel about this.
If you, like I said, and I'd be okay if you're doing a sequel. If you're doing a sequel, I'm good with it.
And that's what it looks like they're doing. Todd Fair says Ann Sarnoff for president. I'm not sure who that is.
Who the fuck is Ann Sarnoff?
I think it's one of those WB people. Todd's always trolling. That horror couple, thank you, says, "Hey guys, with all the sequels coming out like Don't Breathe 2 and Halloween Kills, we'll be getting a sequel to Redneck Scream, Wham for Life." Hey, after Scream 5 comes out, we'll probably fucking do one.
Well, I already got the hair for it. Let's do it. Hey, y'all heard about the new goddamn oil? That shit's down. I'm gonna buy a whole bunch of it at the goddamn Tractor Supply. Fuck you. What you laughing at?
Jonathan
you little
Mann
fucking
says,
fairy gypsy. Shut up!
Jonathan Mann asked for Slender Man to sing Closing Time. Now, that's something we save for our Patreon streams. At the end of all our Patreon streams, we sing Closing Time. But I'm sure Jay will give you a real quick snippet of it real quick, Slender Man. Closing time? Time for you to go home because you can't stay here?
Well, you know what? I'm becoming more and more Slender Man because my hair is gone. So, face.
It looks good, man.
Closing time. Time for you to go home, cause you can't stay here. Me know who me want to take me home. Me know who me want to take me home. That's it. Yeah, we do a lot of song requests and things like that on the Patreon.
Tomorrow night, gonna get nuts. We break out the guitar and sing songs on the Patreon stream. It's crazy. Beat Bop Boop says, "Hey guys, it's Gypsy Warrior. Hey, haven't seen you in a while, Gypsy Warrior. Welcome back, man. Old channel was hacked, unfortunately, so this is my new one. Great to interact with you guys again. Same to you, my friend. Let us get into our 2 movie reviews we're gonna do tonight.
Yeah, we got lucky.
Pee?
We were yeah. I think we should go pee.
I gotta pee. Well, let's take turns. All right. I'll pee real quick. And then when you go pee, I'll review the Forever Purge because you didn't see it yet. And it's going to be a short one. Okay?
All right, I'll go pee. Yeah, you do that. All right.
Okay. All right. We'll knock this out real quick.
Okay.
All right. Saw the Forever Purge, the new Blumhouse movie, the new Purge movie last night with my daughter. And, well, it's a Purge movie. It's like every other fucking Purge movie. I can't remember. Here's what I know about the Purge movies, okay? And I've watched every single one in the theater, every single Purge movie I saw in the movie theater, you guys, okay? I remember the first one, Ethan Hawke, businessman, home invasion movie. Was surprised that they honed it down to a home invasion thing. Still liked it. I liked the AWOL Nation bad guy looking motherfucker. He was creepy. Then I remember a sequel. I remember Frank Grillo being in 2 movies. I thought he was badass, but I thought the movies around him weren't that great. I remember them taking a drug dealer and trying to make him a superhero. I thought that one sucked. The last one, I don't even fucking remember the one after that. I can't even remember what the fuck it was about. The Forever Purge features Josh Lucas, I think is his name, the guy who does the fucking Home Depot commercials. And, you know, it's these fancy ranchers. They live in this. Will Patton's in the movie. He's awesome. They live in this huge, gigantic mansion of a horse farm. They hire immigrants to work on their farm. Will Patton seems like a genuinely nice, sweet guy. He's giving them all Purge protection bonuses, the people that are working on his ranch, to go out and make sure they stay safe during the Purge. There's a family who just immigrated from Mexico. This is their first year here, their first Purge. They're kind of at the heart of the story. Good people. Josh Lucas's character is Will Patton's son, and he's kind of fucking a racist asshole. And he's always giving him shit. His arc has some moments to it. He's not always a piece of shit. I'll leave it at that. But what this movie's about, the only difference between this Purge and every other Purge movie, you guys, is that it's about immigration. They use the Purge and they put it through the filter of the immigration. What happens is, and this is non-spoiler, I won't give anything away, but basically they're supposed to do the Purge for 12 hours. The Purge ends, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of people are like, nah, motherfucker, we ain't in this Purge. This Purge is here to stay. Because you got this faction of crazy fucking people who have been getting together behind the scenes and planning this coup of basically everyone to take over. And what they want to do is they want to purge America of all immigrants. They want to get them all out. So they're like, hey, we're going to kill them all. This is the forever purge. It's this whole big movement. And there's way more of them than you would think. It's a giant faction to the fact that at points they're pushing the military back. They're taking over the U.S. with this faction of people who are racist pieces of dog shit who want to literally murder everyone who's not a pure-blooded American. And that's the difference between this Purge and other Purge movies. So the idea, like every Purge movie you've seen, is there. Really cool idea. There's some ideas that they're playing with there. But at the end of the day, 20 minutes in, there's some dudes in a fucking mask going around the streets. Masks that you know they can't fucking see in. Bunny rabbit hats, fucking sack faces. You know these people can't see shit. If I walk down the street in the middle of the Purge and some guy's like, gooey, gooey, and he's wearing a fucking grocery bag on his head with eyeballs this fucking big, I've worn a Michael Myers mask. I know how hard it is to activate in that son of a bitch. I would just fucking smack him in the face. Not scary to me. You're just being a fucking idiot. Walking around with a fucking crowbar. I have a gun. All the same dumb tropes all the Purge movies do. And ultimately what happens is they get away from the wide scope aspect. They touch it. They put the tip in, but they're too scared to really do anything that's worthy of remembering. So they give you the idea, and then they fucking pull it back. And they're like, well, let's just focus on this family. And then what you get is for the second half of the movie, it's like, oh no, the bad Purge guys are coming. We're safe. Oh no. Here come the bad Purge guys again. Looks like we're safe. Oh shit, here come the Purge guys. And I'm done with that now. But that's literally what the movie turns into. They get away from the wide scope aspect of it. They focus on their characters, but the characters aren't that goddamn interesting. And then the movie ends, and then they treat you to the idea of the next movie. Doesn't feel like the end of the Purge movies at all. To me, it feels like they want to make a whole lot more. It's not bad. It's not awful. I thought it was going to be awful from the trailers. It's a 6. It's a 6 out of 10. It's watchable. Could have been a fucking TV movie though. So, whoa, Jesus Christ. Did I take a breath that entire fucking review? I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, it's just like every other Purge movie. You know, and I don't think it felt woke, Zach. I don't think it felt that woke. I think no matter where you land on the political spectrum, it's an idea that could be scary to anyone. I don't think it's a purposeful attack at a certain group. I think it's just saying, hey, there's some big pieces of shit. Like, okay, so like, I think what you're saying is like, you could be a Republican or a Democrat and like whatever, and it seems like they're attacking Republicans, but in my view, they're really not. In my view, they're going, hey, we're attacking white supremacists who want to fucking murder people because of the color of their skin. And that's bad. And those people are scary. And those people are growing in number in America by the day because people are fucking wackadoos who never sign off of Facebook. I think that's the scary thing. I don't think they're actually purposefully being woke. To me, at least, it didn't feel that way. But it also didn't have that much to really say, so it wasn't anything legendary. So you got back perfect timing, dude. I'm done.
First off, I know that she didn't have a lot to say, but I rocked the shit out of her world for 30 seconds. I mean, let's be honest here.
Best 30 seconds of your life. I swear to God. All right,
I flopped on top of her like I was a fish straight out of water. What? Okay, now it's just us. So the weird thing is, I haven't watched any new movies that Mike hasn't seen, that you guys haven't seen or have seen that I can review. So what I'm going to do is an impression of the kid in Florida that mean mugged Mike. And it's the only thing I can think of. Are you ready? Okay, so here it is. Mike's walking in. He's feeling good. He thinks he's got a good tan, but really it's just the spray tan wearing off. And then this kid, he probably looks like he's a extra from the Lost Boys, is sitting on a motorbike, staring at Mike. Like, this is what it looks like. Okay, so here we go. End scene. Okay, I can't do that anymore. All right. Yes. Okay, so we back. Also was suggested I just do a Garth thing. I'm having a really good time. Not. Yeah. I hope you guys are having a good time. I'm having a great time. I know it sounds like it, right? Anyway, what have I been doing this week other than just recovering from a terrible vaccine side effect, which I'm not saying that you shouldn't get it or anything like that, but holy fuck, that was really terrible. I've been playing some Fallout 4, watching Paramount Plus. Yes, I have. I watched like the roasts. I've been watching the roasts, Comedy Central roasts, and then I've also been watching well, this was last week, but I'm still True Life. You guys remember that shit, True Life? Some good stuff, man. Good stuff. Really involved. I kind of get depressed when I'm watching it, though. I'm not gonna lie. I watched this one. I was like, holy shit! It was so crazy. It was called what was it? Gay for Porn. And I was like, holy shit! These two dudes. They follow around these two dudes that literally like did porn videos as gay men. They were gay, and obviously it was gay porn. They were doing gay sex and stuff for pay. Gay for pay, I think it was the True Life episode. And they're like, I think I should tell my girlfriend. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how long I can keep like walking around like a penguin before she figures out that it's not a condition. I'm getting fucked in the ass for pay. It was crazy though. I was like, that's all cool, man. Like, you might as well be honest though. And it was some interesting stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much what I did for the like again, I haven't watched anything new. So I feel awkward now. I don't really know what to. Race Peace says True Life was depressing as hell. Yes, there was some that was depressing. I did watch, and again, they haven't added all the True Lives to Paramount Plus, and I'm still waiting on it. I watched one, I'm a Gamer, that came out in like 2000. Fuck, that was old as fuck. I don't remember when it came out. It came out like 2014. I watched that on YouTube, and that was really interesting. I did that wasn't really depressing. It was just like shit. My camera died. Hey baby, can you get me my battery? My battery died. So hold on 1 second while I fix this. But I can still talk to you guys. Hold on. This should be called True Life. I'm not a YouTuber. Yeah.
You there, Jay?
Yeah, I'm still here. I was telling them about my experiences watching True Life, and I was like, I should be on an episode called True Life. I'm not a YouTuber because my battery died. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, guys. Okay, he's back. Yeah, it was awkward because I had nothing to talk about because I really haven't watched anything. I mean, yeah, it's been just recovering and all that shit. Playing a video game called Fallout 4 over and over again, and including mods and being really geeky and nerdy about it and going to Reddit. I'm like, which faction would you join? Like literally, dude, I did that today. I was on the toilet and I was taking a little duty and I was like, which faction should I join? And then I was reading. I literally, dude, I literally went through like 100+ comments on Reddit about the factions that I should join and the strengths of each faction. And like as a role play, I feel like the Brotherhood of Steel is the best faction to join. The railroad is garbage, and the Institute is obviously evil.
It's good times, man.
I love it. Yeah. But yeah. So getting on to Fear Street, 1994.
Real quick, Anthony Stamp says Jay should just shave his head and go for the full Loomis look. That would be an option if you did shave your head. You would look more like Loomis a little bit.
Yeah. Look. Well, this was accidental. This wasn't like a planned thing. No, dude. I look. Listen, I don't like it, and it is what it is. It'll grow back in about 3 years because my hair is slowly not growing. But it will grow back. Yeah, it will grow back. But I'm not gonna do that.
I went to shave during vacation. I accidentally fucked up my beard. Had to shave the whole thing off. But I went with the Chalice mustache. I shaved it down to the mustache, and dude,
I'm telling you 100%. When you had the mustache straight on, it looked good.
I love it. I love the mustache look. But I walked out of the bathroom and stood in front of Katie and the girls. It was like, I activated myself, and I had the mustache. And Katie's face went white as a ghost.
Roger Dorn?
Oh, God damn.
Were you Roger Dorn?
Yeah.
Major
Katie
League?
was like, "You gotta fucking shave that. I swear I will not fucking go anywhere with you." Yeah, my wife hates it. She hates it.
It kind of looked like you were like a part-time used car salesman, but a full-time asshole.
I liked it. I did,
and I thought that was great. I thought it was great. You're the kind of guy that part-time, like maybe also does like you coach the boys basketball team in high school, and you're a real big prick too. You're like, that's why you'll never fucking get puberty because you can't win a championship. Yeah, I think you.
Julie said, Mike, yes, that stash was sexy. I think it's sexy. I like it, but my wife thinks I look like a pedophile, so that's not really something you can overcome.
Yeah, if your wife says it, you're fucked, city.
Yeah, I got it. What are you gonna do?
Like your wife is like Skeletor to you now. Like she guards Snake Mountain or Mustachio Mountain.
So Fear Street, 1994, spoiler-free review. It's on Netflix now, so if you guys haven't seen it and you want to, you can go and watch it tonight after we get done, or watch it this weekend or whatever. We won't ruin anything for you. But we got screeners for Fear Street 1994 and for the next one, so we will have an early review of Fear Street Part 2 next week, so look for that. But so the movie, again, it's on Netflix. They're going to do 3 movies. They're R-rated R.L. Stine adaptations, which is really cool because, like, we all grew up loving Goosebumps, but being a 90s kid who loved Goosebumps and loved those books, you do kind of wish that you could see, like, when the Goosebumps movies came out, you were all like, oh, it's fun, it's Goosebumps, but it's, it's Jack Black, it's PG, whatever. It's not really anything. Like, back then, Goosebumps had the opportunity at our age to scare us a little bit when we were kids. Now, it's cool that they're going to do a version of that's actually meant to be a little bit scary and it's R-rated. I love that idea. But
I know. I felt the same way. I feel the same way. You don't even have to talk, bro.
And I didn't hate it. I did not hate it. What I realized very quickly though, watching it, was that it's based in 1994, which is cool because we love the 90s. It's a slasher film. The entire opening is nothing but an homage to Scream, and I thought that was dope as fuck.
Yeah, and the guy that did the sound is the guy that did the sound
Marcos
for
Beltrami. Yeah,
Scream.
Beltrami.
And like exactly, dude. It felt like a Scream movie, and I had fun. Like the by the way, the special effects were fucking dead on. They were great. And again, that's not because we constantly and daily lick Christopher Nelson's taint. We do that anyway.
He deserves it.
But he really did a great job here. It was awesome. But I feel like what happened with this movie, while it started off strong, there were so many random moments in the film that it kind of took away from it. Like, I don't know, like there were some times when you were watching it and it was going down a certain beat and you're like, okay, I'm on board, I get it, all right, we're gonna go down this way, and then this like random homeless person throws a full can of beer at you, and you're like, what? Like, what just happened? Like it just reset my whole view. Like it's a solid film. It's fun and it's good, but I feel like there's a lot of randomness that occurs, and I don't know. I feel like they were scenes that could have been, if you're gonna go with one, like it almost feels like it wants to go one direction and then it goes another direction, and then it doesn't know exactly where it wants to go here. And again, I know it's all building up to a three-piece because you get to 1666 and it's going to explain everything. But I feel like 1994 Fear Street was one of those. I don't know. It's solid enough. I'm not like, I wasn't a huge fan of all the plot points in it. I mean,
yeah, it goes. If you know what it felt a lot like, it felt like The Babysitter, McGee's The Babysitter on Netflix, where it was like over the top. They needed to have lightning fast edits. It needed to be in your face. The jokes needed to be constant. Like, and to me, even though it felt like the 90s, which I love, the music was fucking great. Not just Marco Beltrami, but the soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah, it really was.
So nice.
Except for the ones I didn't know. I was like, I didn't listen to that shit in 94. What the fuck is that?
But they got some like Firestarter, they got some Soundgarden on there, they got some cool shit. They have an AOL moment, which is really cool, and I really appreciate that. I love the essence of all that stuff. But the problem is that the entire cast, the characters, none of them felt like they were from the 90s, dude. They were all 2021 kids. They all acted like 2021 kids. They were all over the top. Some of them were kind of obnoxious. Some of them were annoying and got on my fucking nerves.
I would say
you're doing too much here, Greg. Stop.
I would say like 85%.
Yeah,
I was redlining at some point. I'm like, fucking shut up and die. Like, can I get a fucking skull faced kid to come in and do this up? But yeah, I agree. And I mean, it's not their fault. They weren't alive in the 90s. I mean, these kids they're young, so they weren't alive in the 90s.
And the movie required them to be at fucking 110% pace, like they were on Adderall the entire fucking movie. My battery just died. I'll fix it.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I can also look at something like Stranger Things or something like that, where the kids are supposed to be from the 80s and they do a great job portraying that particular time period, in a way that they can do best. And I actually believe when I watch Stranger Things, especially season 1 and season 2, that those kids are from the 80s. They do a good enough job convincing me that they are kids in the 80s. Like that, like I believe that. Even in it, I believe those kids. I believe those kids. In this one, it's hard. You're exactly right. And I feel like there was some stuff that they were trying to shoehorn in to get a point across. And I'm like, yeah, it kind of took me out of it a little bit. I'm like, all right, you know what? I remember I grew up in 1994. I was 10 years old. I remember going to school, middle school, grade school, and the issues that some of these people that they were trying to showcase, that really wasn't the main frontal cortex of the brain as far as something that you're going to talk about. Like, it's not one of those things that just would be brought up or so open or so easily discussed. I don't know. And I feel like that took me out of it a little bit, because I feel like I could watch and see when the shoehorning started happening. And all I really wanted to watch was just something that was reminiscent of a Scream movie, which it started off very strong in that way, and then it kind of divulges into these different pathways and these different scenarios that are trying to get a point across in today's society. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, dude, I would rather just listen to fucking Soundgarden and some goddamn Offspring and whatever, and just watch some cool ass death scenes happen, and that's all I want to fucking see. So everything else you're doing here is kind of fucking rubbing me the wrong way. But I will say, and again, it's not because of Christopher Nelson and our relationship with him. It literally is because it was fucking badass. The death scenes are fucking amazing, and the flashback sequences that they do have in this, where they showcase, I can't say it because I don't want to give that away, but they showcase certain things
where
happening.
they're going,
dude.
Yeah,
like, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of some kind of like 13 Ghosts, like when they flash back a little bit to show like how things happened, like in 13 Ghosts.
Same, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like they hint at what's going to come in the future and the other ideas that are going on. Like there really are strokes of greatness, like in the opening. Now part of the opening, like the Scream things they do are so cool because like
They are, yeah.
There's one kill that's literally, I mean, out of the movie. I mean, they literally shot for shot out of the movie. And the idea of what they do with the character, that character who you thought would, I won't say anything else, but there's something they do with a certain character. You're like, I fucking see what you did there. That was cool. And the one character, what's the guy's name? This kid I really, really love, dude. Fred Hetchinger is the actor's name. Simon. He was the dude that was jerking himself off to himself. I fucking love that kid, man.
Is that the
over
dude?
the top. He was in the back. He was the one that was staring at himself in the mirror. He's like,
"Oh yeah,
I went to Pound Town too."
I
He's like Matthew Lillard for the 2021. Like he had those vibes. I like that kid a lot.
He was all right. I like the little. I like the little black dude that was a nerd. I like the Urkel dude.
I like him a lot too.
I thought he was great because I like the idea.
Benjamin Flores Jr.
That's what I was doing back in the 90s. I remember, sex chatting, going into chat rooms on AOL, doing RPG. I was doing all of that shit. Like, I thought that kid was great, and I thought he was awesome, and I liked that kid a lot. The other character actors I wasn't fond of, but yeah, but the one kid you're talking about wasn't bad. But yeah, dude, when the Scream moments happened, they were great.
Yeah,
and you knew who they were. Yeah, you knew they were volleyballing this too. They were volleyballing it to the people that fucking grew up with Scream, no doubt. And no doubt didn't even play in the movie, and they should have. But yeah, I feel like ultimately though, I feel like what happened is that sometimes you get mixed up and you try to do too much in one movie, and I think that you're trying to get across too many messages sometimes, and I feel like you need to take a step back and breathe and realize that you're trying to make a horror movie that's taking place in the 90s and fuck all that other bullshit that's going on today. Like, if you'd done that, I think you would have got a more solid reception from me anyway. And I don't know. I mean, I'm not talking for you, but for me anyway, I don't think it was poor, like, at all. I don't feel like it was a piece of shit. I just feel like there was a lot of eye roll moments for me. I'm like, oh fuck, dude, come on. Like, I mean, we're in the between, like the Mike Tyson fight. Let me just fucking see the fucking knockout.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% with you. I had the exact same reaction. It's not because I hate that shit. It's just because that shit didn't belong in the movie. Like, it was just a regular. It could have been what the movie was. It was a big shiny neon shell of everything 90s and Scream fans wanted. It had this big shiny neon shell to it. But once you fucking get inside of it a little bit, you're like, there's not a lot there. They kind of did the same thing. It felt like the movie The Babysitter again, where like the cast was over the top and they had to be 110%. Over the top all the time, constantly. They had to be edgy. They had to be witty. It's kind of like a movie that was written by who's the person that wrote like Megan's Body and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, like one of those things, like Diablo Cody. Is that it? I think that might be it. But like it was trying to be too kitschy all the time, and it was trying to be too edgy. And it's like, hey, maybe y'all should just slow down and you had a good thing going. Like, and it's not. And again, I agree with Jay. It's not a bad movie at all. It has really cool parts in it. Several of the kills are really entertaining. There's one kill that happens towards the end of the movie in the grocery store where I literally was like, oh fuck, like that shit got me. I was like,
remember,
oh my God.
That was a great one. And then there's actually one scene too in the school, and it happened another time, but the way the camera shoots it, it looks like, and again, it looked amazing. They're trying to recapture Stanley Kubrick's The Shining with the axe. The way the camera was going back and forth, and the way that they kind of zoomed in and it kind of zoomed out, and the way that he was, chopping the door. I'm like, that's fucking Stanley Kubrick. They were giving a lot of nods to like these awesome ass horror movies. But yeah, dude, I like some of the shit was like, it's like getting a fucking hamburger that's so juicy and bro, it's double stacked, bro. And it's got my favorite fucking meats and it's got my favorite toppings on top, and you bite into it and there's a goddamn weird ugly ass undercooked red pepper in the middle of it. You're like, what the fuck? I'll eat the rest of it though. But it's the randomness. I think it's the randomness of certain scenes and certain moments. I'm like, god damn, guys, come on.
Shoehorn.
Like
they try to put too much.
Well, yeah,
in one
and that's exactly it. And again, I have no problems with certain like causes or points or whatever. But I feel like don't be disingenuous and disguise it and wrap it up in a burrito when it's really a fucking vegetarian fucking hamburger. Like, I don't know. Like, just don't. And you said it right. Don't put it in a shell of something that people are going to like click on. And then when they get involved, just so they can listen to your shitty original music. Like it reminds me of Rockstar, dude. Mark Wahlberg. He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, forgive me that I don't want to play fucking music and just to get them in the club so they can listen to your shitty originals."
Yeah, and that's it. It platforms. It puts itself out there as this scream slasher, fun R-rated. The kids are dark and they grew up in Shady Side and everything's fucked up and they're all kind of emo and dark and goth and like you like that. It's got a cool like The Faculty kind of feel to it, right? But then all of a sudden they try to force all this 2021 stuff in, and it felt ridiculous. Like it was just infiltrated by like Twitter.
Look, dude, all I cared about in 1994 was goddamn.
Edgy.
Look, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Is Tommy gonna take over the fucking Power Rangers? And am I gonna ever fucking get to second base with that one hot chick that I dream about in middle school? Like, that's all I care about. The fact that the 2020 politics or the 2021 politics didn't even factor in. The 1990s politics didn't even factor in.
And honestly, and I just now thought of this when we were talking about this, and I thought, oh, this is going to make it seem like we're talking about the two girls relationship together.
No, I didn't give a shit about that.
That's not what we're talking about at all. It's not that. It's that that was fine. But they spend so much time in the middle of this movie trying to it turned into it's just like any movie that turns it's a slasher movie and then it turns into a love story. If Scream, for instance, had turned into a Lifetime 90210 movie about Nev Campbell and Skeet Ulrich, I would have had the same exact opinion. Like, can we get off of that? Like, we get it. Yeah, they're together. Cool. Like, there's a fucking witch. There's the slasher shit. Like, this is all, we're getting away from the theme and the mood of the movie to do a love story. And I'm just like,
go from dig through the ditches and burn through the witches to I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
Right.
It's like, come on, guys. Yeah, like, again, just random scenes and like force fed some bullshit sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? I think you guys could have been really on the point. If Mike and I got the money control to do it, I would just make a fucking movie in the 90s. Make it a fucking movie in the 90s. It's a horror movie. I don't give a shit about your politics.
Film.
I don't care about where the fuck you're coming from as far as like, I believe this, I believe that. I don't care. I'm just going to make a good horror movie and fuck be the rest.
Yeah.
But either
they
way,
felt like they needed to go out of their way to please all these different factions of people, and while they're doing that, everyone else is like, I was trying to watch a movie though.
That's all I was doing. Bro. I was just eating a fucking Mighty Wing from McDonald's, and I know they don't exist anymore because I saved it, but I was just trying to eat a Mighty Wing from McDonald's and enjoy a fucking 90s throwback horror movie, and nope, I gotta be reminded of the same bullshit when I turn on fucking CNN and Fox sometimes. Either way, the death scenes were really good, and when they do get it right, they get it right. And I got to be honest, Mike and I were lucky enough to get to view the next one, 78.
I haven't watched it yet. Have you watched it yet?
Yeah, I already watched it.
You already watched it?
Yeah.
Don't say it. We can't review it. There's an embargo, so we can't say anything about it yet.
Okay, well,
but after the stream, you got to tell me what you think.
No, I'm kidding. I haven't watched it. But I did watch it. But I can't say. All I can say is that it gets better. And I feel like what happened is they did 94, and then someone came down from the upper office and they said, "Stop being stupid." Let's get back to what makes it work.
I'm excited.
No, you're excited. You're gonna fucking love it. You're gonna fucking love it. I guarantee it.
Sweet. I can't wait to see it. So that's our review. So I give it a 6.5. I give it a 6.5. I love the scream touches. Man, that first 10 minutes was like, and that when the title drop happens and the intro goes on for the movie,
perfect,
and it feels like, I said this in the written review I did, it feels like someone did a Seven intro, the intro to Seven, but like a pop punk movie threw up on it. You know, it was so fun, and I was so into it.
Yeah, like
and there were
Iggy
certain
Pop
characters-
threw up on you in the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6.5 for me. A lot of really great stuff, and just a lot of just way too much meandering for me. For it to really like it did a really good job harkening back to some 90s slashers and stuff like that, but it didn't make its own imprint enough to really be remembered to be a classic in its own right. So it's a 6.5. It's above average. It's good. I recommend watching it for sure.
Yeah, I give it a 6.0. I mean, I'm up there with you. I mean, I feel like it's above average for sure. I just feel like, you know, look, you're in one of the greatest decades ever in the 90s. You really
Use
are.
it.
I mean, 100%. You know, just go ahead and utilize every bit of that, and don't worry about today's politics infecting that, because back then it wasn't like that. Just have fun in that era, in that decade. Just have a good time with the material that you're given. And by the way, if you do that, everybody else is going to get on board. You had a great, by the way, in the 90s, you had so many good fucking bands, man. You had so many good movies. There's so much pop culture that you can draw from and make this motherfucker your bitch and make it a badass movie. But instead, if you want to inject today's politics, all you do is alienate people that just want to watch the fucking film as a 90s flick horror throwback, and that's it. Now,
and a solid point to be made here too, by the way, real quick, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but a solid point to be made here is that we're not offended by anything the movie does. What they do is not offensive. We don't care. The problem is that it doesn't fit in this movie. Like, I don't care that you're talking about. I don't care that that's going on, but you shoehorned it into a movie that wasn't about that. So it like takes away from the movie. That's all. Like, it's not like, oh, how dare you fucking have this. It's not that. Like, it's not. It just doesn't fit here. Put it in a different movie.
I'm not angry old man saying get your gay ass off my lawn before I blow your fucking shit back to straight. I'm not that guy. Like, no one's saying that, but I'm also saying the fact that...
And it's not even that, by the way, it's not even
no,
that.
No, it's not
part
that. It's not even that.
Yeah.
But that's specifically, because I know that what might people narrow in on. I'm talking about specifically the overall general feel of the film is it does feel like a movie that was trying to be a 1990s movie with the bullshit sensitivities of 2021, and I don't appreciate that. I feel like that's disingenuous, and I feel like that's also a pussy ass move. Listen, just don't be a pussy. Just make the fucking movie the way that it's supposed to be made. If it takes place in 1994, make it take place in 1994. If it takes place in 1984, make it take place in 1984.
Yeah, just be genuine for the time that you're
reflect
covering.
the fucking decade that it's supposed to be in. I don't care. Like, no, and it's not even the fact that I don't care about like any of the specifics in the movie as far as like what their message is. I don't care. Like, it doesn't it doesn't offend me either. I don't care. But at the same time, I'm trying to watch a cool ass movie without being reminded of the shitstorm that I can go and turn on any local news and watch every fucking day. I mean, and this should be a lesson for any studio going forward. It shouldn't just be this one. It should be any of them. If you're going to make a fucking movie, people try to go to the movies or they try to watch something on streaming services that are supposed to be original to escape. Okay? The key word here is fucking escape. Not fucking be reminded of all the bullshit and wrongdoings and all the injustices that are going on in today's world. Just fucking have fun at the movies.
Every movie can't please every single person. So if you say you're going to make a 90s horror movie, why don't you just try to please people who are watching 90s horror movies?
I don't know. And you know what? And that's it. And that could be, I understand that could be very unpopular. And I know people can take us out of context and they can lie and bullshit about what we said. But that's the truth, man. Look, it was a solid attempt and it was really fun in a lot of ways. But there's a lot of random shoehorning bullshit in it that takes you out of it. I mean, and that's just the honest to God truth.
Yeah, I agree with that. Spiral Sky Project says we do the famous stomach pounder challenge. We should make a video where we just make that shake and both from Halloween 6. We should make that shake in a video. Maybe we'll do this Halloween horror month and we'll try it together. I think that'd be a fun.
I'm not doing the
pre-workout.
I'm not doing that.
No, it's not, I don't think there's any I don't think there was. I don't think it existed then. Beep Bop Boop says favorite costume design in a movie or TV show. Favorite costume design all time ever? That's a deep
favorite
deep
costume
question.
design
and a movie or TV show of all time. I gotta go. I'm just gonna throw it out there, and I'm gonna say Wolverine when they did the throwback where he had all the shit, the Weapon X on him, and that real quick scene. That might have been the one that hyped me up the most.
I'm just gonna be a basic bitch and say 89 Batman.
That's a good one. It's a good one. That's not.
I mean, that's it.
I
mean,
like
89 Batman's costume is still like iconic.
I dig it. I like it a lot, my friend. Vinny C, what's up, Vinny? Says, what would the third movie in the new trilogy be called? Third Halloween movie in the new trilogy be called if everyone had no pants or underwear on? Halloween Ends. So, I see what you did there, you son of a bitch. You sandbagging son of a bitch. J. Diaz says,
I thought it was going to be called Halloween Dangles.
Dangleberries. J. Diaz says, so agreed, Jay. Also, nice haircut. Have a great night, guys. You have a great night.
Hey, thanks,
All
man.
of you have a great fucking night. This was a fun stream. We were going to go 2 hours. We went 2 hours and 45 minutes because that's just what happens sometimes. We love you guys.
I like how some people they were like, damn, Jay. Like I just smacked my second wife at the dinner table in front of her adopted child. I didn't do nothing.
I see the sentiment that you're getting at, though. Like, it's hard to say anything about it. It's like, I'm not allowed to say that I don't like this.
Well, me and Mike are 90s kids, so it's hard.
But if it's ruining the fucking movie and we're reviewing it in a movie, you got to say it. It's not that I hate what they're talking about. I hate that they're shoehorning it into a movie that I'm just trying to watch a fucking movie. You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was grown up in a day and age where I don't know. It wasn't pussy-litis fucking controlling everything. Like, I mean, listen, you had to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but the fact is, listen. I watched a movie. I wasn't a fan of just because of the random bullshit they tried to put in it to make it more appealing to the safe spaces of today, and I don't fucking appreciate that. I really think that you're just gonna make a fucking movie, make a goddamn movie. Like, all the other shit can be on MSNBC and C-SPAN and all the other shit, all the other outlets out there that you can watch and be reminded of that and how we all suck.
Now, had it been one thing, though, had it been one thing,
it's fine. But
had it been like, hey, this is important to us, and we're gonna put this in the fabric of the movie. But there were several spots where it's like, hey, let's ding these checklists. And to me, that's almost more offensive than just not doing it at all. Like, hey, let's ding this checklist. Let's ding this checklist. Let's ding this. Let's make sure that they know that this it's a movie. Let's focus.
That's all it is.
Let's focus on the movie. Let's stop trying to, it's just.
And you know what it is? You know what it is?
About it. Not angry that those things exist. Not angry that someone wants to make a movie about it. Not angry about anything. Just saying, hey, you did it, and it took away from the movie. And that's it. That's all.
And
that's
all I would say is like, and I would put this out there for any of the minority groups or anybody else. They don't like fucking pandering. And when you
feels pandering. Yes.
When you pander, you're a piece of fucking shit. And the majority of those minority groups say fuck you with a large middle finger, because all you're trying to do is make them a cause and a case for you to march a fucking flag up and down Hollywood Boulevard like you're doing something. You're not doing anything but being assholes trying to pander. And when they do that, I have a problem with it. And I think that anybody else would have a problem with it as well. And that's what some of this does. It panders, and it does it at every fucking turn it can do it. Either way, it's still a great film. It's just saying that when the pandering happens, trust me, when you guys watch it, you'll know. So
yeah, could have been better if they just didn't try so hard to hit so many boxes. Right. That's all. But hey, guys, we love you all. This was really fucking fun. We had a great goddamn time, as we always do with you all. And for those of you in the top 2 tiers of the Patreon, if you want to join it, there's a link down below. We're gonna get crazy tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern time on the Patrons. We play music. We have DJ parties. We literally play and sing music. We have a fucking blasty blast. And
I'm gonna be the ugly guy from 98 Degrees with my haircut. I just got a diet. I got a diet blonde.
I think it looks good.
Remember the guy from 98 Degrees when he had the same haircut and it was just blonde on top?
I think it looks good, man. I said, God damn. Y'all are beautiful and we love you. Thanks for hanging out.